Yeah, I told him to message you.
The only reason I say that Maze won't win is because he's never raced with damage, and he's very
squirrely.
Not squirrely. He's very
erratic.
Yes, erratic.
Yes, I raced him
if I was you, I would keep my mirrors checked every time he's near you, and he lags out quite a bit as well. So he has a Jamie issue as well. He might disconnect every now and then.
What was the round we raced him that he did pro-am? Suhai, wasn't it? Yes, he pushed past me like a fucking ton of bricks. I was quite like, I'm like, what's this guy on about? Of course, I was in a party with the pro, because he's prolapse boy, isn't he? Or pro-lassie boy. Yeah, and they're like, yeah, he's all a bit like that. I'm like, great.
Matt, are you going into a
no, I'll be going into another thing to chat. Oh no, I'm not racing. This is being streamed. And yeah. Nope. Honda NSX. Dropping like flies, mate.
Really?
Is it sorted?
Excellent. How long have I got? What time is it?
Oh, you got 15 minutes left, yeah.
Alright, okay. Just... Well, I'm going away on Thursday. Festival time. Ragley Hall, Warwickshire, I think it is.
Oh, nice.
For festival, Camper Calling, 4-day festival. Manic Street Preachers are headlining.
Yeah.
And a few other big names, Supergrass.
They sing songs.
Pixie Lot, people like that.
I know Pixie Lot.
Yeah, you've heard of her, have you?
Yeah. Is he? He told me he had his welding test today, and I was like, oh, right, yeah.
His welding test?
Yeah. Welding.
It's a test of welding.
No, welding test.
Welding, like sticking two bits of metal together.
Well, the amount of times he's got dust or hit his hand with hammer. Or fucking had a flash for welder.
I fucking hate welding. Always have done. It's awful. Yeah.
Is you working? I'm sure I said yeah, didn't I?
Fuck it, I've got to do that video, haven't I, for the fucking...
Oh yeah, I need a logo from you. Yeah. That reminds me.
Yeah, I will get on that next week, my friend.
The video, not whenever. I need a logo before Wednesday for the load up screen and stuff.
Okay. Just in what? JPEG?
Yeah, whatever.
Or PNG or
PNG will be easier.
PNG.
Well,
I know about computers. I know all about computers. I know everything there is to know about computers.
Right. Oh, out. Yeah, I don't know nothing. I know how they turn on and off and how to use it.
I actually have a qualification in computers and microelectronics. That's exciting, isn't it? Fucking easy, man. They're fucking Lego.
I'm not very good with Lego, so... Where are they all? Dan, guess what livery he's in? He's in the number 17. Dan's not this, Lizzie.
He's not, I don't know what's happened to him, really.
He's in the number 17. Dan
What's
races.
the matter with number 17?
No, Dan races in that livery, but the number 16 one, which is, I think...
Oh, I'm having 16 then. I'm going to have the boys one, aren't I? I'm going to have the boys car.
Why did I fucking say anything? What, the championship winning livery?
Yep.
Nah, fuck it, he cheated.
Right, yep, that's me sorted. I'll have that one. I'm gonna pick car 16 every race. This one, I think.
Car 16 will be what he's racing in the Clios as well.
Yeah, of course it will. Fucking race number. He has got hard on about his race number.
Live stream coverage. Paste that there. Post.
I really, honestly, haven't driven half these cars. I've never driven the Formula Rookie ever, and I don't think I've ever driven the GT5. To be fair,
the Rookie, I'm going to turn damage off for, because you will probably lose a wheel if you make contact. Nah. Clios will be fine. You'll be fine in them. No, you're at Donington National for the Clios. Silverstone Classic for the rookies. That's just from our mate Dean. What a baller. That would help to start the night, Kelly. Did you see the Spider-Man trailer earlier, Bryn? Have you not seen it? Yeah, come out today. Ooh. Put it this way. I reckon the other two Spider-Men are in it.
Evening up.
Evening, Daniel. Yeah, you know the Tobey Maguire and the Amazing Spider-Man? Because Doctor Strange is in it, and it goes into the multiverse. He fucks up this thing and it goes into multiverse, so he goes through different universes. And Green, I've not seen the last one yet. I'm gonna watch it tomorrow. And Green Goblin's in it, and Dr. Octavius from the old Tobey Maguire Spider-Man's is in it as well. Same actor. So I reckon the other Spider-Man are back in it as well.
It's not confirmed yet.
No, it's not confirmed, but the way Dr. Octavius says "Hello, Peter" is a bit. How would he know that one is Peter Parker from that universe? You know, he's not going to know that Tom Holland, is he? Do you know what I mean? So.
Not necessarily, but.
I reckon that one's a little hint to say that they're in it.
Yeah. You have seen Loki, haven't you?
No, I've not watched Loki yet.
You need to really watch Loki because it's sort of setting it up.
What, for Spider-Man?
Yeah.
Is it? Right.
Well, the multiverse.
Right, okay.
It sets the whole multiverse up.
Right, I need to get on Loki then.
Yeah. You need to have seen that more than you need to have seen WandaVision or Winter Soldier.
Again, I've not watched them two neither.
Yeah, but WandaVision maybe. I'd say WandaVision you might have to. But Loki you definitely have to.
Loki any good?
Oh god, yeah, it's amazing.
I watched the second Thor the other day with Floyd, and I've never seen it, and I thought it were alright.
It's one of the best ones, that is, in my opinion.
Right.
But hey, what does my opinion count?
Yeah, well.
Yeah.
Four movies are hit and miss. The last one was just a comedy. It was always a comedy, but it's not a Marvel movie.
Depends what you get out of it, I suppose. I'm not a Marvel fan, so
Monkey Boy is now online. That's what they say about me. You've just described me. Yeah, you've just described me there, though. Yeah. Yeah.
apart from that, spot on.
Flip them on their head, and you've hit the nail there.
Right on it.
Yep.
Right on hit the nail right on the tip.
Yep.
Oh dear.
Would you like to
wait now? Sweet and Sticky will be back.
Sweet and Sticky in your box next Thursday.
Is it next Thursday?
Next Thursday.
Commentating tonight then?
Me and Liam.
Co-coms.
Sweet and Thicky.
Oh well.
Sweet and Thicky.
Yeah. Thicky and.
Gets me every time.
Speaking of changes to the stewarding team, Monkey Boy is one of our new stewards for the Pro-Am footage.
Excellent.
Good evening.
What's his PayPal account?
I'm not telling you.
And when I turned around and texted him yesterday, I said to him yesterday,
Well,
you get to chat about Dean now. And he was like, yes.
There's always a silver lining, isn't there, to these things?
Karma.
Yeah. Oh dear.
So is that just him and Mike, or is there a third person?
Him and Mike, and then you and Kieran for Pro-Am, and then I will be the...
What happens if they have a difference of opinion then?
I'm still going to stay in the chat, so if there is a different opinion, I will voice my opinion.
I think I've worded it well in the rules.
Yeah.
Basically,
which is what?
I forget, but basically, if you appeal, then it's up to Matt.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Basically.
Right.
The appeals
I know which way to go then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it doesn't really matter what we say.
It's not the PayPal of Monkey Boy's account, it's the PayPal of my account, you
If
need.
you're Matt's Bumsham, you're fine. If not,
sharing,
then...
yeah.
Oh, that's all right then.
I'll deal it. Split it 3 ways, Andrew. What's that?
In what? Oh, we're still on that. I think we moved on from there.
Yeah. And there's another 2 Marvel movies before that comes out.
Is there?
Who's Spider-Man this time then?
Tom Holland. Yeah,
Has he done it before, has he?
Yeah.
Oh, hello, he's back again.
I haven't. What are you doing? Don't tell me. Don't spoil it.
Oh, don't worry, it's just an end.
I mean, you need to have seen Spider-Man.
I'm joking,
Far
Liam.
From
I actually
Home,
have seen it.
Or No Way Home, whichever one that is.
Does he?
Well, there we
I
go.
haven't seen it.
What's the fucking point in watching it now? Iron Man's
Yeah.
dead. That's
Well,
why I've not watched
fucking
Spider-Man
is.
2,
Well, that's
because
saved
apparently
me-
there was
that's saved me
giveaways to
2.5 hours of
Endgame.
me fucking life,
Fucking
innit?
great.
Is Black Widow still in it?
God, I hope so.
Is Black Widow
No, she's
still?
dead. We killed her.
That's the only reason I watch Marvel.
My wank material will be gone.
Oh, Scarlett Johansson, man.
Yeah, but you got
the only reason I said-
Liam, do you want to set us up into a different party?
Yeah, they changed her for a younger model.
Monkey
Love
Boy
you,
Dean
love
should
you.
be on as well, by the way.
Oh my god, no, seriously.
Rookies ran Silverstone Classic. You wait.
Oh my god.
Carnage.
He's going to win it. Damage is on and all.
Your match, yes. You said what? You said what?
Ah, yeah. Ah, right. Fair enough. Right, best luck tonight, lads. I'll shoot. All right, okay. I shall catch you in a bit. Right, I'm going to send one more invite out to everybody who has said they are racing. Dean, Kieran, Disco never got back to me but said he might, so I'm just inviting him. Sooty setting the wheel up at the minute. D Biggs has never got back to me, but I'll ping him an invite just in case as well. And that is it. No, it's not that bad, but because the rookies are next, I don't want Dean to miss the rookies. Have you heard what car Joe's in? Not to, no, well, no, because this is all the same car pretty much, isn't it? Have you heard what car Joe's going in? GT3, yeah. Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, with Kieran. And he looked awful in it the other night. It was like Dean was quicker than him. Even Bryn was quicker than him on the pad. He couldn't hook a lap up together. He just struggled. Yeah, he just. I mean, I know the Mercs a lot as a handful. It's very twitchy. It got some getting used to, and the fact it's going to autumn. So if he's trying to do it on the hard tyre, your tyres are taking a lot longer to warm up. But I hope he's been testing it a lot, because if he's not been testing it a lot, yeah, I gathered, because you're the only two left now in the pro who's not teamed up. Yeah. Thought as much. Well, I mean, not necessarily. But you know how you're not going into it blind, are you? You know how it drives. Right, we're going to go live. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SimPlay Motorsport on a Tuesday night of all nights, would you believe it? We're here to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of SimPlay Motorsport. Yes, that is right, 1 year we've been broadcasting live to you, mainly the GT3s recently, as you have seen with Liam and Jamie, the GT5 Ginettas, and the GTs with myself and Jamie on a Monday and a Friday night, but mainly the GT3s. And what an honour it's been to bring them to you live all year round, and hopefully we have many more years to come. GT3s obviously and the Clios in the IndyCar do start next week, so keep your eyes out for them. They are, well, the GT3s is looking juicy. A lot of new cars on the grid for next week. That is going to be one that is going to be something to keep your eye on, I think, in the GT3s as from next week. We are back live though here tonight, and it's me, Matt Duffin, Matt Himovic in the commentary box with my normal Wednesday night commentator, that Bozzy boy aka Liam Bostock. Liam, how are you? Very well, thank you, Liam. Liam will hopefully be joining us in the commentary box as much as possible throughout the course of next season. Got himself a bit of a job, and obviously work comes before streaming and racing, so we hope to get Liam in the commentary box as much as possible throughout the next season, but we'll see what happens through the course of that. We are expecting a full grid tonight. Monkey Boy should be back in. I presume he's loaded up on the pad, not the wheel. We are expecting Dean Wisaki, Kieran Argent, Graham Sutcliffe, and maybe D-Biggs and Disco might be coming in as well. But we have got 9 drivers out there at the moment, and we are doing a token night tonight. So for those of you who are unfamiliar with touring cars or the British touring car package that we see in... we can't hear Liam, Kieran's just said in the chat. That might be Liam's settings. Liam, you might just have to go into your settings to sort out your to always be allowed to share, obviously, new PlayStation, as we have got Sutton. So, yeah, for those who are unfamiliar with the British Touring Car Championship or the British Touring Car Package, over the course of the weekend, 3 touring car races, a few Ginetta races, juniors, G40 Super Cup, then you've got your Porsche Super Cup as well. You also have like your Formula 4s and your what used to be the Renault Clios, it's now the Minis. So we are running like a Toka based package tonight. We've basically got the Ginetta Juniors coming up, a 5-minute quick short qualifying right away, and then straight into a 10-minute race. Damage Islon as Monkey Boy is back in. Let's hope that we can get others in as well. Oi oi Liam, see you next week, says Fury in the chat. So yeah, that's basically the format of tonight. Timed races, no pit stops, just straight out racing from the get-go, and it's going to be fun, Liam.
Yes, it will be. Obviously being the THR night 1-year anniversary, so happy birthday to SimPlay.
Yeah.
Let's get that in the chat.
Happy birthday to SimPlay Motorsport, indeed. What a year it's been. We've crowned some champions. One of them, in fact 3 of them actually are on the track tonight. Gary 131's out there. He was a champion of season 1 and 2 in the Pro, and then we've got Monkey Boy and Fury as well, who was the champion of season 2 and 3 in the Pro-Am. And I have just noticed a problem, and we're going to take a very short break. We'll be back in 2 seconds. Bear with me, ladies and gentlemen. Bastard.
What did you do?
It's meant to be Brands Indy for these GT5s because they're slow. It's been on Brands GP because of fucking testing, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
For fuck's sake. So yeah, SLS said for there's even a oh, what is it? A Bentley on the grid in the Pro-Am next year. Don Productions, Bentley. Yeah. Yeah, he had the chance to come into Pro. We've now had to sort that out and swap all that around because he doesn't want to come into Pro, doesn't feel like he's quick enough, which was, you know, fair enough. Friends list needs to load a bit quicker. Yeah, I'm inviting the other people that are appearing offline because, you know, and now my friends list decides it wants to run slowly. So that's all. Oh, lovely.
Thought of that with new PlayStation.
Broadcaster race director.
Ooh. Mine no.
Right, so with Sutty, there should be 13 of us. That is the 13th person. So it should be 11 drivers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Shit.
Yep, so let's just go straight away. And hopefully the others join later in the evening.
Yep.
I don't want Dean to miss the rookies, that's the thing.
I don't think any of us want him to miss it, let's be honest. The thing is, he's going to go into them.
I want you to witness
he's
your
gonna
Uncle
do
Dean
amazing.
being fucking brilliant.
You can actually generally probably see Dean win a race for once.
Oh, don't if you won. Don't. Right, apologies about that. We are back, we are live, we are ready to go with the race. It's 5-minute qualifying here around the Brands Indy circuit, and then we'll be into a 15-minute race in the Ginetta Junior cars, the GT5 cars. Liam, you streamed and commentated with Jamie Brazier on the season of these. Very interesting season in which we saw Unorthodox, crowned Unorthodox the champion in them. Brands Indy, the track I won against E-Biggs. It was an interesting race, wasn't it, to say the least. These are going to be a bit, I reckon, if Argent and Dean get on, these could be a bit fun to watch in these next 15 minutes.
I think it's always going to be interesting to watch a track, especially like this, with these cars. It's always interesting to see cars just go around the track racing, and obviously, like from what we've seen in the GT5 season, it was quite close between quite a lot of years.
As Daniel Francis then looks like he's been done for speeding in the pit lane then, and will pick himself up a grid penalty in the first part of this race. The drivers will be able to get a lap in here then. It's not going to take about 3 minutes to get round, and then another 3 minutes to complete an outlap, and you're getting one. We're going to get, it probably will be at Snetterton 300, but hey, we go on from there. So we are here, Renault Ginetta GT5s, the Ginetta Juniors Championship here. Let's just go through the drivers we've got on the grid tonight. We've got DJ Phil Green, who is the leading appearance maker in SimPlay's history at the minute. 1 year of SimPlay Motorsport, and he leads the way with 75 appearances to his name. We've then got Sticky. He's not in the box tonight, he's on the track. KLF 900 out there flying the flag for the commentators, if you will, out there tonight. Obviously had a cracking Pro-Am season last season. Who else we got?
Got this guy here.
Got Suchi Apex. We all know him from seasons past. Challenged in season 1. Hasn't had the best of luck recently, but he'll be back next season. And we look forward to seeing him out there. We've also got a brand new face to SimPlay Motorsport in Don't Know Mate out there on the grid tonight. Hopefully looking to get a seat next season. And we'll see what he can do out there in just a moment's time in the qualifying session, as well as Fury, your defending Pro-Am champion, and teammate rumour, very interesting to say the least, Liam.
Yeah, it is very. We'll not speak about that.
So Fury as well then, defending Pro-Am champion. Monkey Boy, season 2 Pro-Am champion, is with us as well tonight, and what a drive he is. We've also got Welshie out there, obviously season 1 constructors winner. Oh, he's just disconnected, so hopefully we can get him back in. DJ Phil Green as well. And we've also got Daniel Francis out there as well. Deeks returning back to this one. Won't be on. Had issues to sort for Silverstone, maybe on later, says Kieran. Kieran obviously at the MotoGP this weekend. Who's on pole at the minute? Is that Don Productions? I do believe on pole. Or is that Don't Know Mate? This is going to be the problem. It is Don Productions, currently P1 at the moment in the GT5 so far. Is Gary, the main man, down in P9. Default setups then. They've got 1 minute 23 left. 51 seconds of that these guys are doing. And Don from Deeks, from Sutty, from Fury, from Dan Francis, Monkey Boy, Don't Know Mate, as Fury, someone's just gone quicker. Gary's just gone P1 by 0.2 of a second then at the moment in time. So good job from Gary 131 there to get that one done and across the line. Two-time pro champion. What can he do tonight? Who's he going to be racing? Well, she will have to miss this first race, unfortunately. He'll have to sit out this one. Let's hope he's not dropped the pad. That will be a real shame for him, as Monkey Boy is currently up on his time as well. And DJ Phil and KLF, Don't Know Mate, just a bit off the times, but 1.3 separated the top 7 at the minute. Nice to see. Liam, GT5s, obviously you commentated on these cars. What did you enjoy the most about them?
What I enjoyed the most was just how close the cars were, how much battling there was. Obviously, coming to the last race, it was between the top 3 by like what 5 points.
Yeah, I think it was 5 points,
total.
wasn't it? Yeah.
So it just shows how close these cars can get and how unpredictable it can be.
Now, obviously, these tonight are default setups compared to your normal manual setups in which you can, tweak the car yourself. So a bit more of a level playing field, if you will, tonight.
Yeah, and obviously for season 1 in the Pro-Am, should I say?
Yeah.
It was default, so kind of another shout back to season 1.
Yeah, back to season 1 where it all began for some of these Pro-Am drivers as Don is in the pits. Deeks comes around to finish his qualifying. Gary currently on provisional pole. Deeks is currently sat 3rd and goes quicker, but only 2/10 off the back of Gary 131. So we see in Deeks, who moved to a sort of come away from the GT to improve on his racecraft, looking a bit better there. DJ Phil down in the last 5 seconds off the pace at the minute, with Monkey Boy crossing the line, 6/10 separating him. Here comes Sooty Apex to finish a lap, 6/10 off the back of the leaders. What can he do? He improved. His name definitely went up that list, but where did it go to? That is the question. It went to P4. Daniel Francis then will pick himself up a grid penalty to drop him down to P6 as we say good evening to Rob Dale and Kieran Arjuk, Fury's granddad. Evening Tony, Fury himself, Piston Broke Racing, KLF in the chat, or 71 is Kelly in the chat, DJ Sedgebeer, evening to you, Lucas Roth as well, and The Wall, evening to The Wall as well. But we're going to get underway for our 15-minute race. The grid is Gary, Don, Deeks, Sooty, Monkey Boy, Daniel Francis, Fury, KLF, Don't Know Mate, and then DJ Phil Green. Default setups, and like we say, this is all just for fun at the moment in time.
But we would still like to see the competitiveness between all the drivers as well.
Yeah, you've got to have that competitive edge, haven't you?
Yes, just any time. If you're in the sports or if you're driving, just be competitive.
As the drivers have all readied up here, we have got Walshy back in, so we're unfortunately he's going to have to sit this one out. But we're lights out and away we go here then, and it's Gary who gets a good start. DJ, I think that's Don't Know Mate in the background, who didn't get away off the line there at all, but Gary's got a blinder. Look at these for P2. It's Deeks, Don, Sooty, all battling it out for P2 as they come through Paddock Hill Bend. That is, I think that's Monkey Boy off into the gravel as Daniel Francis got a bit of a wiggle, but Deeks up ahead of Don into towards Druid's corner now, and Sooty Apex tucks in behind Don Productions. That is Fury running a little wide and deep, and in the background there it's KLF and Fury, KLF and Daniel Francis battling it out. Don and DJ, Don't Know Mate, sorry, and DJ Phil battling as DJ Phil's looking up the inside in towards Graham Hill, but didn't get that one done. Monkey Boy has a lot of work to do, Liam, already after the first corner incident.
Yes, hopefully can make it back up, but obviously there will be other incidents with other cars. It's kind of guaranteed.
Yeah,
maybe not in these cars, but just and there you go. There's Sooty that's gone.
Oh yeah, Sooty's gone off from P4, sorry, all the way down to last now. And Liam, this wouldn't be a British touring car week sort of night without a few incidents.
Nah, it wouldn't be. Obviously, with the other week at Alton Park, if I'm right, the one that I didn't watch out of all of them, with the most red flags as far as I'm aware.
Yes, if I'm right, they're the most red flags so far this season, where a few Minis had a roll, a few Janettas had big crashes, but we also saw a few problems for Janettas who had a big crash earlier on. Daniel Francis has been in the pits. Did he jump the start? Because he is now down to dead last then, and he's nearly a lap down. But the leaders, Deeks and Gary, only separated by a couple of tenths here, as there is Deeks looking back, Fury in P3, KLF, ever the consistent driver at the minute, Liam, that we saw in Pro-Am in Season 3, is doing it again. He's worked his way up that order a little bit.
Yeah, he has, and I'm going to say it, obviously being in default setup shows the men from the boys, in a way. And this is more to do with the fact, obviously, your faster people should be at the front, and if you can get to the front of a grid using a default setup, then you're not you're doing something right.
Yeah, this really does show on default where everybody's running the same machinery, who has got what. It won't be until the touring cars, when they're in different cars, that we see different. Sooty Apex into the pit, so does he have damage? Daniel Francis will get that place back. There is no mandatory pit stop, so Sooty doesn't need to pit, and that is Don't Know Mate getting his elbows out with Monkey Boy there, and yeah, it is Don't Know Mate getting his elbows out there and trying to hold Monkey Boy at bay. This is for P5, so Don Productions has had a spin, Liam, as well, because he's dropped down behind these two.
Oh, so not a very good race so far for Don. So
No, won't be happy with that.
1 out of however many races we're doing tonight.
6.
But like you say, it's only a fun race, so be the competitive as you can, but it doesn't really go towards anything.
Yeah, we'll have to keep our eyes out on what Don can do in the rest of this one. Fury has got past Deeks, but they have both dropped off the back of Gary 131, and that is Sooty staying out the way. Daniel Francis has also spanned coming through Graham Hill. Them two are battling, so Sooty staying out the way of the blue flags here, respecting them. Kelly up into 4th place, and Monkey Boy still not found a way past Don't Know Mate yet, and Don Productions starting to get on the back of Monkey Boy, as Monkey Boy has to avoid Daniel Francis a little bit there. Me and Kelly promoting Team Prolapse tonight, says Fury, and Drive Through says Piston Broke Racing, which is Daniel Francis. Don Productions, great run coming through the final couple of corners here, and has that run on Monkey Boy here, and can he get this one done towards Paddock Hill Bend? It's going to be touch and go, but he's going to have to go the long way round at Paddock Hill. That's a brave manoeuvre round there, but he got the job done coming through Clearways and Clark Curve, and he's so wide, look, manages to not put it in the gravel, and he's still side by side with Monkey Boy up towards Druids. Who's better on the brakes? Don has to concede that place, because you are not getting around the outside at Druids, but look at him still fighting, got the undercut, but that's not going to help for Graham Hill Bend, who'll be on the outside again there. He needs to get one up the inside. Down the Cooper Straight they come now towards McLean's corner, and this one going to be interesting now, as he now is up the inside at McLean's, gets the job done. Into Clearways he comes now. Not McLean's is Donington, McLaren, sorry, through Surtees and McLaren. Don got the job done. He's run a little wide though at Clearways and coming through the Clark Curve. They're gaining on Don't Know Mate, but they're side by side, Liam, and this lap for these two has been an epic battle.
Yes, it has, and like I've said before, this is the stuff I like about the GT5s. I can't drive them for my life, but I love commentating.
Oh, Don't Know Mate, very wide at Paddock Hill Bend, and into the gravel he goes there then, and that has put him down to P7. He's well in front of DJ Phil Sooty and Daniel Francis here then. And just to say, there is going to be points scored for every driver who races in these ones tonight, and it'll be a case of similar to the GT Sport event last week. You'll gain points, and then you'll finish sort of the best of the toke at night. Fury then on the back of Deeks here. What has happened to our race leader and two-time pro champ Gary 131, because he's 5 seconds off the lead and he's behind KLF 900 now. So Gary right on the back of Kelly, you see in the background. Fury having a look at Deeks here, can't get the move done into Paddock Hill. Gary's dropped it somewhere though, as we say evening to Ensign. You are I'll be back. I'll get you back, Sooty says. Daniel Francis and Gary side by side with KLF, and just getting squeezed out wide, and Gary getting the job done on Kelly into Druids, but was wide then at the final corner. Don Productions and Monkey Boy are close to the back of KLF here for that P4. Gary then, with just over 9 minutes remaining, has a job to do if he's to catch Deeks and Fury, but Deeks at the minute leading the way 4 tenths from Fury. What happened to Gary, Liam? It's not often we see him make many mistakes.
No, it's not, but it's a different car category, so we've got to take that to account. Obviously, GT3s, which we know him the best from, I don't think he did any of the other
He did a race at Silverstone, because I remember I had a good battle with him at Silverstone in these GT5s.
Well, there you go. It's not often, like you say, we'd see it, but it can happen. We've seen the best people in the world, like, I couldn't name any, but we've seen real life race drivers drop it out of nowhere when you never expect it.
As they're coming down then towards Graham Hill Bend, Fury all over the back of Deeks. He's got his lights on, he's really got them shining here, and he's looking left and right in towards Surtees and McLaren here. Oh, he's got too much of the curb at Surtees, and that's put him round, and hopefully he's kept it out the wall. That will give Gary an extra place, as Fury, just rejoining the track, now gets back on, but that's promoted Gary to second. This could promote KLF to third if Fury has some damage here, but not what Fury would have wanted. Just took too much of the curb there, Liam, at Surtees, and it unstabled the car, but Deeks now has a 5-second lead.
So it's looking, so it's going to be in Deke's favour at the moment, but we've still got 7 minutes, just over half of the race left. So
Gary sends one up the inside at Druid's corner, gets it stopped on the apex, and look at Don Productions doing the same to KLF 900 in the background, who's very wide coming through the exit to Druids. But Gary and Don there followed, sort of copying each other's move as they get that one done into Druid's corner. Gary back up to second. Fury won't let that rest, though, Liam.
No, he won't. And do you blame him?
No.
Let's be honest, he's racing Gary 131 at the moment. One of the people who's two-time champion at SimPlay, and right behind it must be giving him loads of confidence.
Now DJ Foes came into the pit lane, not quite sure why. There is no mandatory pit stops unless you've got bad damage. Fury though got a good run out of clearways and is up the inside at Paddock Hill Bend, and Gary will have to fight this one another day. Can he get that car up the inside of Fury? Does Fury defend? He defends it better this time, and Gary's going to have to go the long way around. There was a car in the gravel a bit wide. Oh, and a bit of a bump up the rear there. A bit of a Jason Plato-esque move from Gary 131 into the rear of Fury that just sends him wide a little bit. And Gary then back up into P2, and Fury's lost it. Oh, Gary's lost it as well. Maybe a tap on the rear, but Fury and Gary both round at Graham Hill, and that's promoted KLF and Monkey Boy to second and third. Don Productions as well. He's well off at Graham Hill in the background. He's so far off, the cameraman can't pick him up. He's there, look, in the background. That'll promote Don up into sixth. Don't know, mate, into sixth place. Just as Smithy had come in the chat and says, "Go on, Don, lad." Well, he did do that at karting a few weeks ago. I wished he had. I might have gained another position, but he didn't do that one at the karting a couple of weeks ago. Gary then and Fury will continue their battle now for fourth and fifth as Monkey Boy up to third, KLF up to second, Deekso in Dreamland 8 seconds up the road.
Oh, so, like we say, going in the favour of Deeks at the moment, but still time for anything to happen.
Still plenty of time just yet, and we hope to get a few more drives on for the next race. The Rookies at Silverstone Classic, and that's Fury. Who I mean, I saw that happen. I don't think he got a touch from Gary, but round he goes. Round he goes indeed to Kelly up to second. He's being hunted down by Monkey Boy, should I say. Fury then on the back of Sooty Apex, but Sooty is a lapped car, so we'll have to move out the way. He has passed DJ Phil after DJ Phil's pit stop. Don't Know Mate up into P5 then. Now is he? No, that's Don't Know Mate. Sorry, that's Don't Know Mate who Fury's looking up the inside of then as they come through clearways. Don't Know Mate closes the door and makes sure he gets that one defended. And Fury weaves left, weaves right. He's going to look to the outside line. Is he going to chuck it up the inside? No, thinks better of it. And Don't Know Mate will live to fight another day for P5. And Fury very wide there, but Don't Know Mate bounces off the curb and gets a tap up the chuff for that one. But Fury keeps the place and acknowledges that he's just tapped the rear of Don't Know Mate there and lets him have that place and continue to go on his way. But so far Fury has been in the midst of some serious battles. Stupid wheel, sorry boy. So Ariel having wheel problems, and there's Don't Know Mate wide at Graham Hill Bend, and Fury now looks to have a run. The last time he had a run up somebody at Sooty's corner, he had a bit of a spin as he went onto the curb too much. This time he's through with ease. They did rub doors a little bit there though, Liam.
Yes, he did, but he got that position. No incidents as such happened there, so can't moan at it.
No, can't moan. Good stuff from Fury then in this one, as we see Deeks have a 9-second lead already. Gary on the back of Monkey Boy and has set him up a treat. Make sure there's no marshal posts around Gary. We've seen what's happened between you two before in real life. Make sure he can't run you into a marshal shed somewhere, but Gary gets past Monkey Boy here for P3, and that one done nice and easy. And Gary can hunt down KLF, who's 2 seconds up the road now. But what a bit of GT5 racing this has been. It's been some seriously good action out there on track. We have had a retirement, and that one is Don Production, so he will score points for 10th place.
Bit of a shame with him having to retire, I presume, from wheel problem. It's a bit of a shame to see drivers retire. Even in the GT3s, it's a shame to see drivers retire, because you're getting that one less car on the grid.
Yeah.
And when it comes to the GT3s, you're missing points out of the championship.
Yeah, depending at what stage of the race you retire. Yeah, that's right. Monkey Boy here up on his Delta time, and Gary, oh, he got a bit of a wiggle there coming out of Graham Hill, didn't he? He's really looking, so let's jump on board Gary then. Let's see if we can see him on board and see how he's doing. on the roof camera. Look, cockpit now. Look at him, smooth on the wheel. And these lads will be wanting to practice part of this Indy circuit, because Brands GP is the first race of the season in the GT3s next week. Join his live for that on the 1st and 2nd of September. September already, it'll soon be snowing and be Christmas. But Gary then coming into Paddock Hill. He's 1.2 behind KLF 900, and with 2.5 minutes remaining, Kelly may have to do some serious defending here. But it looks like Deeks is going to be a man who's going to take the first win of the night, and what a job it will be for Deeks then. As they're coming through Graham Hill Bend, Don Productions, it would take me 10 minutes to put it back together. Damage was Don's problem for retiring, so fair enough. As that is DJ Phil across the grass a little bit there. Could DJ Phil be caught by Daniel Francis here? He's struggling in that Ginetta, and him going wide there. Daniel Francis only 22 seconds behind DJ Phil, and don't forget, they've already announced piston broke them two, DJ Phil and Daniel Francis, in the Mercedes, the Gulf livery, as a team in the Pro-Am next season, so that's going to be an interesting one, Liam.
Yes, it will. So we'll see what DJ Phil is like in that Mercedes. But we know what Daniel Francis is like in the Mercedes, and it doesn't look too bad for the Pro-Am.
No. Kelly, Defenso into Druids, and Gary's going to try and drive right around the outside. And I think he has done. You know, he has. He's managed to keep the car there and get it up the inside for Graham Hill. He's done it before Graham Hill. And Gary says, thank you, Mama, for the carrots. I love that one, Kelly. That one is job done. Can Monkey Boy get on the back of KLF 900? 11 seconds. Deeks looks like he is going to take this win comfortably in this race, but it is down to Gary, KLF, Monkey Boy for 2nd, 3rd and 4th. Don't know, mate. He's got a back in front of Fury here, and he's got back in front by just under a second, so I wonder if Fury's had another problem, or if Don't Know Mate got past him on pace. But can Kelly stick with Gary now and get ahead? We will get one lap in after that. Deeks has gone through Druids. He's just coming down to Graham Hill Bend, so Deeks is absolutely flying here. He's rocketing ahead. Sutty, quickest man on track last lap, but obviously due to his earlier problems, that one doesn't happen. I think we may turn damage off for the rest of the evening to give these guys a bit more better racing, so that we don't get the retirements and things. But at the moment, it's Deeks from Gary, from KLF, from Monkey Boy, Fury, Don't Know Mate, Sutty, DJ Phil, Daniel Francis. And Liam, you have to say, Deeks has gone away to improve on his driving. Well, he's come back and he's already beat the 2-time Pro Champ.
Yes, he has, and we have another returning face from last season into GT3s. Obviously, I'm not going to say it because I don't know if we're allowed to, but let's hope that they've improved as much as Deeks has over the time they've not been here.
I'm even lost to who you're on about there, but yes, whoever you're on about, yes, let's hope they have improved. As we're coming then to the final lap of this race, Deeks is coming to the final part of the track here, and he's just gone through Surtees and McLaren, and he's coming through Clearways now. And what a drive from Deeks here already. We'll just get the winner in for a quick... In fact, no, we'll leave the interviews until the end of the night. We'll get the winner of the night in. But Deeks then is going to take the first race win of the evening. What a job from him. A full 16 points for Deeks. It's going to be 15 for Gary, 131. So not a bad job. Kelly, as always, ever the consistent driver, is going to take a good set of 14 points. And then it's going to be Monkey Boy to take 13. Fury has got back ahead of Don't Know Mate, so he's going to take 12 points in this one already. As he's coming to cross the line now. Oh, bit of a spin across the line. Can't do that in the Pro-Am. Or the Pro. As Don't Know Mate then on his first outing will take 11 points. And then behind Don't Know Mate it was Sutty Apex who will take 10. DJ Phil will take 9, and Daniel Francis will take 8 points, with Don Productions scoring 7 points in that first race. We're going to be back in 2 seconds with race number 2, the Formula Rookies around Silverstone Classic. Here we go, Silverstone Classic. Where is Norbert? Where is Norbert?
We can always like push it back till the last race.
Nah, last race will be touring cars. I'm going to do it in order. If he misses, it's his fault. He knew what time we started. I've been texting him all this time. Yeah. I talked to him earlier. I said we're streaming it. Get you sent on. Yeah, exactly.
He does it for Pro-Am sometimes. He'll come in last minute.
Right, I'll literally just text him.
Later.
See what he says. No, it's not the end of the world. But he'll fucking whinge. Why did you wait? I could have done that one. And start. Bugger it. Bugger it, bugger it, bugger it.
Yep.
Whoa. Oh, I've not turned fucking damage off.
Ah, oh well.
This is the rookies though.
Ah, never mind. You might want to restart.
Yeah, I think I will.
No one will have any wheels left if that.
No, they won't.
Well, I mean, you could always put reduced damage on, I suppose. Because, I mean, it's not...
Yeah, Project F1's is more drivable. It's more drivable than
once you've hit your tyre and broke your tyre off.
Yeah, you can't drive. Yeah, but when you get the damage on F1, it's more drivable than the when we tested the IndyCar. You get a bit of damage on the tyres, on the suspension, and that's it. You're knackered.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? You just may as well spin out. Turn damage to just visual only, then it's not going to do anything. Play it together. So there should be 13 of us. So who's not in? Monkey Boy in, yep. Furion, no. DJ Phil, yep. Don, yep. Deeks, no. Brain, yep. Washing, no. So I reckon they're the three. 2 seconds. May have left the old damage on for the rookies there. Whoops. Nah. You're a bit. I've turned damage off. I'm just gonna keep damage off for the rest of the night. Where's Welshie? Good little course, mate. I've turned the damage. Turn the damage off, Craig. Don't worry. That's why I redid the lobby again. No. Right. Well, she's just restarting the game. You can tell your driving's improved though, Craig. Graham, so you are in the pro. So, I mean, still pick the Acura for me. Are you on most at night again? Yeah. Oh, well, she and Donna. Looks like it just drops a text when you're on and stuff and all. Yeah, I'll probably still be on. Come on, Don, just as well she gets in and all. Nah, I've been coming off a bit. Oh, his wheel match. By the way, Sutty, you using your THR livery? Don's wheel mount's fucked. Right. Okay, right. And we're back in the commentary box. Best luck. Right, back. I don't think we've got Don for the rest at night. His wheel mount is fucked. Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen, to the Formula Rookies around Silverstone Classic, and here we go with no damage on this time. We have lost on productions. He has suffered a failure on his sim rig. It's a bit snapped. It's not holding the wheel on properly, which he'll have hopefully sorted, he said, by the weekend, ready for next week. But we're down to 10 runners. Hopefully we will get them a few more joiners a little later on. We've Silverstone Classic and Liam Rookies for the first time here at SimPlay Motorsport. And these are a bit good in the slipstream. I'm looking forward to seeing these. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see these. We was also looking forward to seeing a specific driver in these, but he hasn't turned up yet. No Senor Wakasaki at the moment, so he won't be able to relive his famous win from an old league. One of 3 sim race wins he's ever had in his sim racing career, you can say. One of 3 that he's had, and yeah, he won't be here to win this one tonight, but we have got some brilliant drivers. I will say, watch out for Gary131 around here, because he is a magician at that final chicane. Previous league, me and Gary, final lap, final chicane. Gary went around the outside of me going into that chicane to take the win in the top series. And what a move it was. I didn't think Gary had the minerals to do it, and he most certainly did. So watch out for Gary then. So a quick-ish lap around here. Thruxton-esque track in the fact that the corners are quite quick. There's only a few that are particularly slow, and then the chicane at the end, which is particularly good. But in these cars, Liam, it's all about the slipstream. It's all about the slipstream and getting those overtakes, just like in F1 cars. The only thing is, these aren't F1 cars. And the slipstream's a bit more overpowered, I'd say, on this.
Oh yes, and there's that factor.
Yeah, a bit more overpowered. The slipstream works a bit better here. So here we go then. Down in towards Tier 1. Don't forget Silverstone Classic, although it's Thruxton-esque and a lot of people use it in terms of a TOCA or a British Touring Car package as a Thruxton-esque track. It is a Silverstone Classic circuit on the game from, I do believe, the old, the 1960s, late 60s, early 70s, I believe it is. Obviously, we know what Silverstone looks like nowadays. This is pretty much the old Grand Prix circuit, if you will. We know what it looks like nowadays, though, in terms of the full-length track, which you see at the F1, the British GT, the World Endurance go there as well. We don't get to see it in the touring cars, unfortunately. We either get the national normally, and then the international was on the calendar the other year, but we didn't get that one either. So then, here we go for this race. Qualifying so far, 2 minutes left. They should get 2 flying laps here, and it will be interesting to see what these boys can do. Slipstream all important, and if you're a driver that knows that, Liam, you'd be backing into one straight away.
Yes, you would, but it is just the chances of you being able to come out of the hits at the same time as someone. I mean, you could always wait for them to come around, but that's just time you're wasting. You want to try and get in these cars as quickly as possible, get to grips with them as quickly as possible as well.
Don't know, mate, here, giving Gary 131. I can tell it's Gary 131 using his old school livery here as well. A lovely toe. Now, this is exactly where Gary was with me, and about a similar distance behind. And the slipstream is that. Look at him. Look at the slipstream. Look at how quick Gary's closing in. Alright, he probably was a bit closer to me there. Oh, don't know, mate, really wide then at the chicane, but no track limits like we had in the old league back in the day, so that one's not going to matter then. And don't know, mate, comes... Oh, wow! Oh, spectacular collision there. Damage is only on visual. I don't know who that was with. As here comes Welshie running over a bit of debris. Sooty Apex, I think it must have been. He's got the one gone back to the pit lane. But it's currently Fury on pole, 2/10 quicker than Gary 131 from Sooty Apex. Daniel Francis, DJ Phil, Monkey Boy, Deeks, Welshie, don't know, mate. KLF, not yet set a lap time. And, well, that was a spectacular flip there.
Yes, it would be. These cars are very easy to break. Obviously, with no, is it improved damage?
No, just visual damage. As you
visual damage.
Look at the engine cover stuck on Don't Know Mate's car there. Look at it stuck at the side. Oh, it's free now. I don't think Don't Know Mate will be improving on his lap time this time around after his start line roly-poly. But KLF, not yet done a lap. Sooty in the pits because he can't get another lap in. So then, let's play a game of guess who's at the front of the queue coming into Sector 2. Got a feeling it might be Fury towards the front end of the queue. Let's see if we can see. It is Fury, so will he improve on his time? Who's that behind? That's Daniel Francis, I do believe, just behind Fury. So we'll jump through the order as they come across the line. Come on, Kelly, says on Orthodubs. Lucas Rolfe, I have too many memories from this track. Yep, like flying in the air like Don't Know Mate's just done pretty much Lucas Rolfe, which is a.k.a. Keegs. Brilliant night that was, really fun. I was on the party with Keegs that night, and all I got was an earful of Keegs screaming like a little girl because he must have flipped 3 times in 3 different races. Fury then doesn't improve on his time. Daniel Francis just behind doesn't improve on his time. Who's after Daniel Francis? Jumped the queue a bit here, but we're at Deeks. We'll stay with Deeks. Oh, we're going back to DJ Phil. Then it was Monkey Boy, then Deeks, I do believe. So DJ Phil goes 5th. Deeks to cross the line, down in 7th at the moment. Monkey Boy's gone 6th. Deeks can't improve now. KLF not yet set a lap time. Where is Kelly? Well, she's gone up to P7, so he's jumped ahead of Monkey Boy as well. Here comes KLF 900 down the start straight, not yet done a time. Bangs one in. Where's he going to be? He's going to be 9th. So a bit off the pace, not far off the back of Monkey Boy, but look at how far these guys are spread out in this field. 10 drivers, 15 minutes in these rookies around here. Liam, who are you tipping to win this one?
From what you've said, I'm going to have to say Gary. I mean, I've not really seen many people in this. This is really, if anything, the first time I've ever seen people proper go for it. Because obviously, we've been on before when we've just been having a bit of a mess about in these cars. But I'm going to have to say Gary purely from what you've said about him, obviously, with that late lunge on final chicane, I think it was you said.
Yeah. Fury, love this track specifically at the SimPlay 8v8. Yep, the SimPlay V Motive 8v8. Long time ago now. That was, there you go. There's another memory in the year gone by as it's green here, and it's a great start from Fury on the staggered grid. Deeks also got away well. Sutty very bogged down, and Welsh looking to attack Sutty early on, but he's also looking to attack Daniel Francis, and that is Don't Know Mate, and I think KLF off. I think they've got intertwined and have came off together then. Fury, though, leading from Gary, who's up his inside, and it's very easy, Liam, in these cars to just get them wheels tangled up together, and that's, I think, what we've seen there with Kelly and Don't Know Mate.
Yeah, it probably is. It's a bit of an unfortunate event, but once the tyres are connected in these cars, you just can't separate them.
There's just no breaking them. Get a bit of the back end stepping out. They love a bit of a slide to these things, as Slipstream says Lucas Roth in the chat. Indeed, that is the case. Welshie there trying to get his wheels tangled up with Daniel Francis, and Deeks up to third place again here. Welshie currently running P4, so Welshie looking good value for his money here. If Lucas Roth's there, is he on the pad? Is he on the wheel? But Gary, very cleverly, like he did back in that previous league, just staying behind Fury in that Slipstream. He knows that the Slipstream is that important around this track. He doesn't need to give it away just yet. He doesn't need to give it away too early, and that is exactly what Gary will be doing. Gary, though, has lost out to Deeks, and like Liam said, Welshie very wide in the background. Didn't quite see what had happened there, but Deeks now up to second. Gary making another mistake. Drive through for Fury, I think. He's just put in the chat DT. So I think Fury then has a drive-through penalty. I said he got a good start, Liam. Well, that will explain why.
Yeah, it will. So
Sutty and Daniel Francis, I reckon they're the two that's crashed. Yeah, they are. There's Sutty and Daniel Francis, the two that went off big time as well. They're well down the order. Gary's got the lead. Fury then into the pits. Welshie, the new grass cutter business. Yeah, he's got an Acora for that as well, as Deeks has a cone just lodged between the side pod and the front wheel, and that is giving who is that giving? Monkey Boy a lovely tow here down the start straight. Daniel Francis and Dan to last at the minute, but will Fury get out the pits before he comes round? He's sat on his bed with a lovely pad, says Lucas Roth, so careful you don't drop that one, Welshie. But P4 at the minute doing a good job.
It would be quite season one-y if
yeah, 1 year of SimPlay, it would make sense for him to just drop it. Don't know where the stutter came from there. Apologies. Monkey Boy then up into third. Welshie fourth. Deeks in second place again. Looking strong is Deeks already here tonight at the moment then. And that is DJ Phil in P5. Don Productions is now sixth. Fury did come out dead last. And I tell you what, you don't want to lose the toe in these cars, because when you lose that toe, it's hard to gain on the cars in front. And Welshie going up the inside of... That's Monkey Boy for P3 here. Oh, and really clatters into the back of Monkey Boy. Oh, and Monkey Boy there off to get a cup of coffee, it looks like, as he bounces along the sides. That was a huge incident. He was lucky not to roll that one, but that is going to be Sutty and Don't Know Mate to a side-by-side as Sutty gets through. We have just lost a driver, and Monkey Boy has retired. I think it's retired Monkey Boy, because it's ghosted him out. So I think that is retired Monkey Boy. Yeah, it's Monkey Boy. Monkey Boy's not on the list.
No, I was saying no as in I don't think he's retired. But,
yeah, look at the blue dot, look in the pits. It's ghosted. I reckon Monkey Boy's flipped over a fence or something, and it's ghosted him out. Well, that'll be 7 points for Monkey Boy nonetheless, so he'll be dead last in this one. Here comes Don't Know Mate. Oh, looking to send one on the master of the send it manoeuvre, Sutty Apex. And Kieran was talking to me last night, and after karting, we've got the Liam lunge based off of yourself. We've got the Sutty send it. And we've got the Matahimovic missile based on karting when I sent one up his inside at the hairpin corner. So we've got all the names here at SimPlay Motorsport. Got the Dan Dive as well from when Dan Davis sent one on a driver. Season 2, I think, the Dan Dive got created. So we've got the Dan Dive as well. We've got all the names. DJ Phil, says Lucas Roth. Blown engine, says Monkey Boy. I didn't think damage was on, unless I've left mechanical failures on. In which case, apologies, but that'll be why Monkey Boy's ghosted out then. Sutty then trying to get past Welshie there, as Welshie was a bit slow out the corner, and DJ Phil up in P3. There's no wonder Lucas Roth is cheering that one on. P3 for Phil, Deeks P2. But at the minute, I tell you what, Gary and Deeks are going to be on the same points here. Fury is on the back of KLF. That gap is 0.2 of a second, and they are starting to catch Daniel Francis just a little bit, but with no slipstream, Liam, it's very hard to gain on that car in front, as we can see from Deeks and Gary. It's just Deeks isn't going to catch Gary. Fury flip at Indy, yeah, the Fury flip at Indianapolis. Oh god, that was funny. And Indianapolis is back for this season, so what will Fury do about that one? He could have another field day in the Mercedes-Benz, although that day it was the Ferrari or the Porsche, I believe it was. Mechanical damage is on, says Lucas Roth, so that'll be why. But Sooty Apex here looking on the back of DJ Phil. Can Welshie follow through? He's staying in the slipstream of DJ Phil is Welshie. Pulls across now to Sooty. Are we going to see the Welsh whack? No, he's going to look around the outside of DJ Phil, but can't get it done. And look at this driving. He's setting him up an absolute beach. Been practising at the go-kart circuit at Beccles a few weeks ago, and Welshie looking to absolutely get up there to look for a bit of a switchback around the outside, whatever you like, on DJ Phil, but actually loses out through through the final couple of turns of chicane. DJ Phil wide, and a huge shunt into the wall for both Welshie and DJ Phil. And can Welshie get it pointing forward as there's traffic coming galore here? And that has promoted Dan Francis and Fury. And Don't Know Mate will pick up an extra position as well into P7 and may get past DJ Phil. Will get past DJ Phil. So Don't Know Mate then back up into P6. KLF maybe on the back of these. Who's that? That's Fury really chucking it round the corners there. Don't forget the RG Bargy, says Kieran in the chat. He's pure killed my driver. Stupid lawnmower, says Lucas Roth. Probably on about his dad there. As Fury then sliding it through the corners, and Daniel Francis will now tuck into that slipstream. And let's go on board Daniel Francis here. Let's look at the slipstream at work.
Here we go.
Daniel Francis. There we go. So let's watch Daniel Francis here in the slipstream. Let's see how good this slipstream is. Daniel Francis then tucks back in now. Oh, Fury's just so much better on the brakes, isn't he there? Look, just really gone for it there. Look at the gap he's created, Liam, just through one corner.
Wow.
Come on to look at the slipstream and he's gone.
So...
yeah, so
let's
we'll go
talk
back
about how far the long stream is. Aha!
Where is Don't Know Mate then? He's got DJ Phil right on the back of him, who's then got Welshie and KLF close to the rear of him. And DJ Phil then trying to gain. And oh, look at that rookie! Will not turn in if it doesn't want to. DJ Phil and I Don't Know Mate on the pad then for this race. As is Welshie, as we found out as well. So can Welshie get ahead of KLF? KLF learning these cars as he goes, so might get quicker as the race goes on as he's learning them. Sooty Apex, Don't Know Mate up front there doing a good job. Sooty Apex bit slower than Deeks on the last lap. He's got a job to do. There's Welshie trying to catch back up to DJ Phil. He's got KLF 2 seconds behind him. And Welshie here really, Liam, trying to get on the back of him. 7 minutes remain though in this race.
Yep, and I don't know if it's for you, but I feel like this race is a little bit more spaced out than Juniors.
Yeah.
GT5s.
Just them few little incidents have just gapped it out a little bit, hasn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we get that in the actual touring cars as well. You'll get some which are spaced out. I mean,
hey, this was the old league's equivalent to the British F4, and we've seen the F4s get spaced out at times, but we've also seen them have good little battles like this one here developing.
Yeah.
As Welshie trying to get close to the back of DJ Phil then on lap 5. Gary's coming to the start line now to start lap 6, and Welshie's really gained now. This is where we could see the slipstream really work, and here goes Welshie then on the rear of DJ Phil. He better not touch my driver again. DJ Phil is away. Send him miles if he does. And Welshie now going to look up the inside. Are we going to see the Scottish shove? No. Backed out of it, but Phil can't get it turned into the corner. And Welshie up the inside gives Phil space on the left-hander, but gets back to the right-hander. And Welshie then up into P7 here. But Phil's coming back at him, Liam. He's not let that one go. On to lap 6, these two go now. And into turn 1, can Phil get it up the inside? This is where these two have touched already in this race. Can they get it done here? Bit of contact a bit there. But they've managed to get away with that one. And Kelly's really been dragged into this little fight. Don't Know Mate is gone.
Oh, so there we go. As we say, it's kind of spaced out. I mean, you got Gary, which is just mileage in front
yeah, just
of
gone.
second.
Just gone.
He's just created his own form of slipstream. Then we've got Deeks, which is not too far in front of Sooty, but still got that fair gap.
Look at Easter in the background. Look at Welsh weaving all across the track to break the toe. The last time we saw a Formula car weave like that to break a slipstream, he ended off at Copse Corner. As DJ Phil into the rear of Welsh in here. Well, I said it, Liam. The last time we saw a Formula car weave like that, he was off. It's happened again.
No comment on that one.
It's happened again, and this has allowed KLF then up the inside of DJ Phil. He's got past Welsh. He's going up the inside of DJ Phil. There's a Copse Corner here somewhere, but the layout is that old. It'll take me forever to find the track layout with the corner names, and if that one was Copse Corner, brilliant. I don't think it was. I think that one was Stokes. I think that's the old what is now the Hanger Straight where they've just gone off. So I think that one was Stowe back there. But hey, without looking, I couldn't tell you. I know where Gary is. Gary's coming up towards what is Maggots and Beckett's now. That's where Gary is on track. But Kelly coming into the final chicane, DJ Phil having a look. Can't get it done. Kelly, a bit across the curb there. Down the straight to start lap 7. There you go. DJ Phil's on a huge slide into the wall, loses the front part of the front nose, if you will, and that's dropped him to last. But he's now in that slipstream of Welshie and KLF, just under 4 minutes remaining. And Gary there, I do believe, is where the incident of Welsh and DJ Phil happened last lap. That, I think, is the Hanger Straight, just looking at it. Where Deeks is now, I think. If you go on board Deeks, that, I believe, is the Hanger Straight, because it looks very similar to, the way the camera goes at the Hanger Straight into Stowe Corner on the Grand Prix circuit. So, like I say, they changed the corner names as well, so we'll never know. What we do know is Deeks is 4 seconds up the road from Sooty Apex, who was a second quicker last time around, so can he get on the back then? Well, she's back ahead of KLF. DJ Phil's just dropped off the back of these two, but side by side, coming into what we believe is Stowe Corner, and Kelly lets that one through. Does he look for the cut back here? No, can't get it done. Stay in the slipstream, Kelly. It's where you want to be, in that toe, and make a late lunge. That's the way you get past in these rookies. In the slipstream and get that late lunge up the inside, or if you can carry the speed around the outside, even better. Kelly then looking to pass Welshie here, and can't get that one done so far. He looks left, he looks right, can't get the move done there though. At this moment in time, it stays Welshie ahead of Kelly. This really the only battle on the track, as Fury is hunting Sooty down at the moment, as Deeks gaps Sooty a little bit on the last lap. And look at Kelly here looking at the chicane. He goes left, he goes right again. We've just gone Sooty, come back to Kelly. He's gone back to the left. He's going to look for the inside at the chicane. Can he get that one done? No. Welshie manages to hang it in there at the minute. Good little scrap forming here. And these two as well at the moment, while they're not battling too hard, are gaining on Don't Know Mate, who's just slapped a bit quicker than KLF, but a bit slower than Welshie. And while ever Kelly's in that slipstream, these two will be pulling each other along nicely. You see Don't Know Mate, look, in P6 so far at the moment. And for these two, it could be a factor of battling with Don't Know Mate on the final lap of the race, because the next time round will be the last lap. So this is the penultimate lap here. As we head into the Renault Clios next at Donington National. That should be a fun one. Love the Clios, bring good racing. Last time Welshie raced the Clios, he rolled it down the Craner curves. Matthew Kutho in the chat, driver of the day, Falguest. Falguest isn't on this one tonight. Will be with us next Monday for the Renault Clio Cup though, so tune in, Matthew, on Monday night for the Clio Cup at 8 PM BST. There's Kelly then here sticking in that slipstream of Welshie, and they're really gaining on the back of Don't Know Mate here. Look, you see him there, Don't Know Mate without that slipstream. That shows you how effective the slipstream is, Liam. Without the slipstream, Don't Know Mate's kind of been in no man's land. With the minute these two get in a slipstream, Don't Know Mate's been reeled in. Look, they've dropped DJ Phil and they've reeled in Don't Know Mate here. They've really worked together and caught him.
Yeah, maybe there was these two are in a chat, and maybe a bit of a chat being like, hey, let's just double slipstream and...
Yeah. Keegs in the chat, oh no, not Clios at Donny, this lad's can't drive the Clios there. The last time we streamed a Clio event at Donington Park, well, she was barrel rolling down the Craner curve, so let's keep our eyes out for that one, as they're really gaining on Don't Know Mate here, and the slipstream really help him. Kelly, though, not having the best of chicanes there. Neither did Welshie. Looks like they've both lost a bit of time on Don't Know Mate through the chicane. We're on to the final lap then. Gary will keep an eye on the track map and see where Gary is. He's not quite yet. He's about halfway around the circuit. Might as well join the Olympics with him down the hill. Oh, he'd be good in the gymnastic, Keegs. A few barrel rolls, flips, stick the land in. Ollie! But here comes KLF on the back of Welshie yet again. Another time, final time round as the time has ticked by. The race is over then, and Gary coming around. Oh, Kelly lost a lot of time with a bit of drift around the corner. Now, Sooty, Fury, Dan. Look at this little battle. Sooty, Fury and Dan for third, fourth and fifth. I think Fury's a bit too far behind Sooty. I think Sooty will be able to hang on to this. 114 people watching 12 lights. Guys, smash the thumbs up button if you can. Really helps the channel. But Gary 131 then he's going to take his first win of the night. And that is going to be 16 points his way. Deeks then looks like he's going to get second place for a good 15 points here as well. Good driving from Deeks tonight. Really nice to see Deeks come back and look strong and really superior. Sooty Apex, after a poor start in the Janetta Juniors, he looks like he's going to hold on for 14 points, with Fury taking 13, I do believe. We just dropped back. Sooty, Fury, yep. Daniel Francis will get 12. And then it'll be... Oh, look at this. Welchie and KLF now. Liam right on the back. I don't know, mate. Coming into the chicane. This is going to be an interesting one. Welchie looking for the launch, and oh, it's happened! Welchie's hit the side of Don't Know, mate. A last gasp attempt. Welshie there, very cheeky, rude, if you will not get P6 because Kelly will. But Welshie will get 7th place for 10 points. Kelly will come across for 11. Don't Know, mate. Then he's going to take... 9 points in that one, and DJ Phil is going to take 8 there then. Bit cheeky that from Welshie, wasn't it there? But that then is your order. That then is your standings. We'll be back in 2 or 3 moments with Donington National in the Renault Clio. Stay tuned. Welchie in this group, in this chat here. Oh, that was fucking... That was... That's terrible, Chris. Donington National. It was caught in the background, yeah. Don't know, didn't see it. Yeah. The last time while she drove this track in these cars on the pad, rolling down the Craner curves. So this is gonna be fun. Deeks again, P2. I know, mate. It's like, yeah, it's brilliant, isn't it? Gary and Deeks tied at the top. Yeah, yeah. Oh. Alright. Back into the party we go, 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 go.
Oh, since when did you come back into it?
Sooty was talking and then it just cut him off, so I just jumped back in.
Oh.
Well, she reckons he didn't hit Bryn there, but he says Bryn turned in on him, but it looked very...
Yeah.
Yeah, it looked like Welshie had hit Bryn. Right.
I mean, after seeing Bryn drive, I wouldn't want to race around him anyway, but yeah.
Pad though, innit, really?
Well, yeah.
How good is he on a wheel? Right, green light. Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. Donington National on the calendar for this year as well. Round 3 of the GT3 season. And it's here for the Clio Cup race tonight. 5-minute quali, 15-minute race. Gary and Deeks leading the way. Let me talk you through the championships. So Deeks and Gary tied 31 points apiece. I say championship, little fun point scoring positions. Fury then P3 on 25, tied with Kelly on 25 as well. Such Apex on 24. Then Don't Know Mate, Monkey Boy, Daniel Francis all on 20. DJ Phil on 17, Welshie on 7 and Don. Welshie on 10 and Don on 7. But obviously we've lost Don for the evening due to his sim rig malfunctioning, if you will. And we're getting ready then for the Clio Cup, Liam, and these cars will be with us next week as well on the Monday night, and these are going to be fun to drive, let's tell you.
They're going to be fun to drive, but I mean, with the default setups right now, I don't think it's going to be very fun to watch. I think it's going to be very on edge of the seat, very anxious of what's going to actually happen.
Yeah, hey, I remember driving that. Where's Liam gone? He's here, Jamie. Don't you worry, he's here. He's in the commentary box with me. Jamie, where are you? Why aren't you out there on the track? As we see Deeks there hitting that sausage curb. Donington National. I've been watching a few of my old touring car DVDs, and the last time I saw someone hit the sausage curb like that, they ended up in the wall and out the race, and it was Jason Plato. So I had a great big smile on my face. Don't know why. Jamie's retracted his message because obviously he can hear Liam now. Deeks coming through turn 1. Oh, a bit wide there, Deeks. Let's get him back on the track, and he does well. Sutty into the pits. That's not where you want to be with a short qualifying on. Fury then coming into McLean's corner, drifting it round. And while we're in the close, let's give a big shout out to our defending pro champion and steward and admin, if you will, at SimPlay Motorsport, Dan Davis on Orthodubs 16, currently in a championship race over at the Sim Zone. Leading the championship, I do believe, in that one as well. And hopefully he does alright at Snetterton 300, where we'll be a little later on. Best of luck, Dan. We wish you, we hope you goes well, and we hope you have a good night in that series. Always want to see the SimPlay drivers do well, mainly on our channel, but yeah.
Hey.
As here comes Fury. And crosses the line. And no improvement. Here comes Gary. Oh, Gary! What colour is he in? He's in the blue one, isn't he? Yeah, he's in the blue one. It's not his THR one. I thought he was in the one in front. I was going to say that was my old livery. Brilliant livery. Brilliant looking livery. I reckon that's Daniel Francis and DJ Phil in them liveries. Gary then currently goes provisional pole. It wasn't. It was Monkey Boy. So Monkey Boy in my old livery. Go on, Monkey. You'll win it. Deeks then goes provisional pole at the moment. So good lap from Deeks. Here's Daniel Francis in the monster liveried car. As the lap times should come in, you'll get about 2 flying laps, maybe 3 flying laps if you're lucky here. Fury's going to be a lap less. I reckon Sutty will be a lap less as well because of the fact he's been in the pits and Fury's not yet set a lap time. Neither has Daniel Francis, so they've got the chance to do it again, although Daniel looks like he's had a bit of a hit somewhere. DJ Phil is off. That's at Coppice. No, that's at turn 1. That's at Redgate. And here comes KLF then through the Fogarty S's. Down the Wheatcroft straight towards Redgate corner. And what does KLF do? Timing line coming up now. He goes P5 ahead of Welshie. And that in the background, I think, is Daniel Francis. Not quite sure. Someone's crossing the line. It's not Daniel Francis. It was one of them. It was Don't Know Mate. Went P5 for a brief moment. Fury goes into second. Where's Sutty Apex? He's not. Oh, he has done a lap. He's P6. But he's 9 seconds up on his time. So he could be flying in these at the moment. 3 cars coming into that final chicane, it looked like. Welshie, Daniel Francis, DJ Phil. Not yet done a lap. And let's see what will happen here then as drivers start to cross the line. Welshie, no, still M3 not done a time. Deeks currently the quickest man out there. Deeks looks really good tonight, doesn't he?
Yeah, so maybe that one season he took off might have just helped him in speed and times and everything. Maybe
he was new to the wheel, if you remember, in season 2, so maybe just that time away, not racing competitively, but getting used to the wheel has helped. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Gary then up on his time by just a couple of attempts. It's not enough to take the pole from Deeks at the moment, but it will be enough to get him a lap time in. KLF then in the pits. He's not going to qualify any better than 10th place as qualifying is done. Who's that coming down the SimPlay straight, as me and Kelly named it last season, into the Fogarty S's? We've got 2 drivers coming in there. We'll stick with Gary. Let's keep our eyes on the timing screen and see if anybody changes then. Kelly in the pits. Any changes on the timing screen from these two drivers? Yes, Fury goes provisional pole. Sutty has gone ahead of Gary as well, so that will be who they was. And the top four separated by 0.8 of a second. And here comes Gary 131. Has he got anything left in the locker to improve on his time and maybe nick pole back away from Fury? He does. He gets pole by half a second. And then Deeks takes pole away from Gary. And what a job from Deeks that is. Brilliant lap time. Monkey Boy in the background, only P6. We got Don't Know Mate and Welshie. I think they're still on the lap. Let's find out where they are. No, Don't Know Mate's done. There's Welshie, the last one to finish the lap then. So we'll stay with Welshie, currently 9th place. Needs a good 6/10 to get ahead of Don't Know Mate then. But Deeks there, Liam, what a lap time.
Oh, yeah. But with Welshie still on a lap, there is still a chance someone else could be on pole. But, I mean, it is a...
4.4 seconds. Yeah, 4.4 seconds. Very unlikely, but we'll see what happens either way. And I don't think he did. I don't think he moved it. No, he didn't stay 9. So Deeks then. Deeks by 0.8 of a second takes pole from Gary 131. Fury in P3 with Sutty Apex 4th. Daniel Francis 5th. DJ Phil in 6th. Monkey Boy 7th. Don't Know Mate 8th. Welshie 9th and KLF 900 in P10. And we're going to get ready to go green here, Liam. And what are we predicting in this one?
In this one, I'm going to have to say Deeks. I mean, I haven't said his name for quite a while in terms of anything driver-wise. Obviously, tonight's an exception, but I'm going to have to say Deeks.
Yeah, Deeks looking good for his money here. 15 minutes or so. We'll see what happens then as the red lights all come on. And it's green here at Donington, and it's not a bad start from Deeks. Now these get off the line then sort of bogged down a little bit, so it's hard to tell who does get a good start. KLF 900 has in the number 16 livery of Unorthodox as Deeks then will lead into turn 1, and Gary's going to look around the outside at Redgate corner here, but he's off. Oh. He's immediately off and wide, and that is DJ Phil following him as well. And Monkey Boy's had an excursion somewhere because he's dropped down the order, but Deeks leads from Fury. Daniel Francis, Sutty Apex, Welshie up to 5th. Watch him down here, Welshie, steady as you go. Doesn't want to play roly-polies just yet while he's in a decent position. I think Deeks there was a little bit wide. I think Fury's got the run on him. Yes, he has. Fury's got the job done. And look at Daniel Francis and Sutty Apex closing in on Deeks as well as they're side by side coming up towards McLean's corner now. Daniel Francis has passed Deeks before McLean's, and like Matt Neal, late on the brakes, getting that job done in his favourite corner.
Yeah, I don't know much about the touring car, so I can't really comment on that.
Deeks and back up into second. Daniel Francis coming through Coppice now, down towards the SimPlay straight. Was the Dunlop straight, but the bridge has gone. Welshie out wide, cutting the grass again. DJ Phil very slidey then, and here comes Don't Know Mate and Monkey Boy to gain on a few more positions, but it's Deeks and Daniel Francis followed by Sutty and Gary 131. Oh, Deeks getting the fog. Yes, is very wrong there and has to go across. Daniel Francis then got a bit of a slide through the corner, but will have that momentum, and he's already tucked to the inside as they come down towards Redgate. Deeks can't do anything about it so far, and Daniel Francis going to go up the inside at Redgate, and that is job done for Daniel Francis in this one. Sutty as well, ever the opportunistic. Oh, and he's off, and Daniel Francis goes with him, and Sutty Apex there. I was going to say very opportunistic move, but it's gone horribly wrong. The send it manoeuvre hasn't worked. He better put it back in the shed because he's a bit rusty, and into the side of Deeks and Daniel Francis. As we've just got news come in, Unorthodox just won the championship in these, says Dan, so massive congrats to Unorthodox for winning the Clios. Congrats Dan Davis. Unorthodox as Deeks sideways coming through McLean's, and he has to hang on to it as Gary's on the back of Fury now, and what can he do?
That is the question we all are asking ourselves right now. What can he do? Yeah,
what can he do? It's all gone off at the minute. Don't know, mate. He's up to P4 ahead of Sutty Apex. A great job from the newbie at the moment, up into P4. And here then comes Gary on the back of Fury. Gary loves the Clios and the GT4s and the GT5s and the touring cars. There's not much Gary doesn't like, especially if it involves the British tracks. And Deeks very wide through the Foggy TSs. Gary though down the Wheatcroft straight towards Redgate corner. Is he going to be able to get this job done around the outside of Redgate? Will he look for the cutback towards Hollywood? Oh, he's got the cutback! Wow. An absolute P each, and that one is job done if you're Gary 131. Deeks, don't know, mate, very wide at Redgate corner. Don't know, mate, well off into the gravel. Fury's going to look back at him, though, side by side down the crane is. Gary backs out of that one. Can he keep it up the inside for the old hairpin? No. Fury, though, great comeback from him because Gary had him hook, line and sinker with that cutback.
What a little battle, Val.
Yeah,
what a little battle.
Now into McLean's. Fury again getting the rear end out, and it's nice to get the rear end out of these cleos. Gary then all over the curb and nearly loses the rear end. You don't want to get it out too much, Fury. You don't want to drift it around the corners, just get it out a little bit. Let it step out and then catch it and get it turned back in. But Fury just overdoing it a little bit at the minute. Gary, though, doing absolutely fantastic to stick to the back of him. Deek still third, Sutty fourth. Don't know, mate, dropped to seventh after his excursion at turn 1. KLF down in P10 at the moment. And Gary here looking all over the back of Fury. Now Redgate, he's not got the momentum out the corner there, Liam. Key word, by the way, on Fury. Out the corner, but will he look to set Fury up? He looks to the inside line, tucks back in behind. That's just to let Fury know he's there. Gary getting the rear end, stepping out there, and Fury a little wide, and he can't come back onto the track straight away because Gary's there, but he's managed to stay in front somehow. Great driving this from these two.
Yeah, so hopefully this battle goes straight to the end of this race.
Oh, Gary's sideways through the old hairpin there, but somehow hangs onto it and is managing to keep this car pointed in the right direction. Deeks is gaining on them. Don's battling with Dono Make's battling with Welshie at the moment, a bit further down the pack as well, as Fury now drifting the car around the corners. Gary trying to stick with him now, outside in towards Coppice. And he's right alongside. You're not going to get the cut back there, but they touch Gary wide. Fury saves it somehow, and here's Deeks to take a sniff at the race lead, and he's going to be up the inside into the Fogarty S's. What a manoeuvre from Deeks. He's just hanging there waiting for contact, Liam, and the contact came for him.
Yeah, it did, and wow, it
speaks
for itself, really.
All over the curb is Gary there, and he's now allowed Deeks and Fury to just stretch their legs a little bit here and get away. And I think Deeks is having a look at Fury. No, he's not. Let's go back to the Don't Know Mate and Welshie battle. Let's see that one a second, because Don't Know Mate has got ahead of Welshie, and Welshie looking to get back in front here. Oh, that's DJ Phil. That's Dan Francis in the background, very sideways through the Fogarty S's. And Don't Know Mate was fourth at one stage, ran wide at the first corner, and that cost him a few places, but he's hanging on in there so far, Liam, in P7. Not a bad night for the newcomer.
No, it's not, and hopefully he can carry all this into, well, taking out obviously all the little bumps, shoves, and maybe the Scotsman thing. But,
he ended up cutting the old hairpin a little bit there, and he's lost out to Welshie in that one. Deeks then a 10th off the back of Fury. Let's go back to the front. As Gary and Sutty are trying to make their way onto the back of these. Now look at Deeks here, right on the back of Fury. Look at Deeks. He's pushing his way along. He's trying to get his nose up the inside of Fury. Can't go one way. He's now going to have to try around the outside, but will be the inside for the second part of the Fogarty S's. Who's later on the brakes? Fury, I'd say. Deeks tuck him back in behind to get the momentum through the corner, and Gary's now right back on the pair of these two then, and this is three for the lead with Sutty Apex in the background wanting to have a piece of the action as well. So annoyed, says Pistonborough Racing. That'll be Daniel Francis. Deeks now going to look up the inside into Redgate corner, can't get it done. Gary looking for that cutback, but you just see that front end bogging down where he just had to keep gently touching the brakes there because Deeks had made sure he covered it off. Seeing Gary made the move on Fury. Now old hairpin, this isn't where you want to be three wide, and sensibly they all stay single file, and it's Deeks now going to look up the inside into the old hairpin. Fury again gets that back end just stepping out a little bit, and Liam, this is great Clio racing, and look at the run Deeks has got. Oh, and he's been tapped. He's rolled, he's bounced, he's over, and he just got a bit of a tap there with Fury, and it's put Fury well off, and it's dropped Deeks down to fourth place. And I was just saying, Liam, look at these three battling. Sutty now P2.
What a shame that was. But brings us the content.
Hey, what a bit of driving though that was. I don't think there was much in that. It was just a little tap. And as the car got sideways, it just seemed to... It was as if it dug into the sort of tarmac and just went. Monkey Boy now on the back of Deeks. And Sutty here We'll have Fury, who's looked quick here, on the back of him. Gary now has a 2.8 second lead. Down the order to Daniel, Francis and Don, because Daniel's got past Don. Don't know, mate, sorry. Let's go and see that one. Try and give everybody a bit of coverage. And in the same livery, look, don't know, mate, trying to get back ahead of Daniel Francis. And across the gravel. And just scraping the side of Daniel Francis's car there. That's one way to get around the corner.
Just a bit, yeah.
Trying to get back on the rear of Welshie then. As we know, Monkey Boy, we've not seen much of Monkey Boy in this one. And he's now got a chance to be on the back of Deeks after Deeks had an impressive race. As there he is, drifting around the corner. He's got Phil with him. So Phil having a good showing here.
Yeah, so Phil's showing quite strongly around here then. Maybe even in just the car, so I don't know if he's signed up for the Cleos, but if he has, maybe there's a chance he could do something.
Yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out for DJ Phil in the Cleos if he has signed up, like you say, in weeks to come. And at the minute, Fury trying to gain on the back of Sooty Apex, who's now out of contention with Gary, but these two with just under 6 minutes remaining, Liam, can work together to get on the back of Gary here, because again the Cleos are very good at working together in a slipstream.
Yeah, obviously not as good as rookies in a slipstream, but hey, a slipstream's a slipstream. It's going to make you a bit quicker, and as we both know, you use less fuel.
Indeed. So let's see what happens here then, as they're trying to just get onto the back of Gary 131. Will they use each other to get on the back of Gary 131 here? We've still got all 10 runners. Kelly's had a struggle in these ones tonight, hasn't he?
Yeah, but I think we both know to drive one of these you need to at least have been in it a couple of times to get to grips with the car, because me as myself can't get to grips with the car, but yeah, well, we'll not go into that, but there are some drivers that can't drive certain cars, and
as
it looks
Kelly
like
then
will be one of Kelly's.
Yeah, slowing down to let Gary 131 pass, and just coming onto the racing line there, just as Sooty and Fury was coming, so we might want to make sure he doesn't come too far across. Oh, and Daniel Francis and Don't Know Mate colliding in the corner at McLean's there then, and both off at McLean's. Well, that's for 8th and 9th, so any chance of catching Welshie's out the window, but yeah, what a shame, because M2 was going strong earlier in this race. As KLF, you see there, about to let Deeks through, and Fury now, same livery as Sooty, look, just the opposite number on the back. Sooty running all of his old league liveries here. Team Soft, they was called, based off the touring car team, Team Hard. Him and his teammate Jack, or Jake as some commentators called him. Team Soft, which I thought was brilliant for a touring car like league. To just play off the team name that's already there and call yourself Team Soft was absolutely brilliant. Because we all know Sooty is as soft as a bag of cotton wool at times. He's a gentle fella.
Yep. Just not when you crash into him.
Yeah, just yeah. Yeah, just not when you're near him on the track. He's a bit aggressive. And now will he be aggressive in his defence here? Will this allow Deeks to get on the back of him? Still racing, sadly, says on Orthodox, so did ask if he wanted an invite. Still got 3 races to go tonight. The Ginetta GT4 Super Cup, the GT3 Porsches, which, I mean, we've seen a lot of. We've seen them win 3 Pro Series, but everybody gets to be in them tonight. And then we get the British touring cars, where the Renault Megane is banned, as it is overpowered. Plus, based off the old...
You still have the other 2 cars?
Yeah, you still have the Megane and the Astra, the Mercedes and the Astra, and the BMW. So, good choice throughout then. Fury then, losing a bit of time through Redgate corner to Gary there. We need stewards, says Piston Broke Racing in the chat. Yeah, just a bit of fun though, so we don't need stewards tonight, as him and Don are still battling it out there at the moment. And we've got 2.5 minutes remaining, and this is just sort of simmered down since Deeks and Fury's incident. What could have been a 4-way battle for the lead at the minute has just simmered down a little bit. Let's drop back to Don and Dan Francis here. These two are the 2 closest, other than Sooty and Fury, on track, but even they've sort of got themselves a little bit. Unorthodox BTCC for me, maybe, if I've got time, he says. So that'll be a nice one to see.
But this has been an alright race, very on edge,
Yeah.
like I said just before the race, very on edge of your seat. But in the end, it has kind of gone spread out, but not to the extent as what the Formula rookies went.
No, not to that extent, as Sutty and Fury are now within a couple of tenths of each other. Let's cut back to that one as Phil's still trying to look at Monkey Boy. Deeks getting a bit closer in the background, was a second quicker and a second half quicker than Sutty last time round. Fury was trying to look for the Gary 131 cutback there, but it didn't work. Deeks then, look, trying to come with him. Jamie Brazier, don't know who would think that Megane is overpowered. Neither do I, but where are you, Jamie? Well, get your set on the track. Be lovely to see you back out there for the GT4s, especially as look at these two then drifting around the corner. Oh! And Sutty just being a bit sideways through the corner gets Fury just taps the rear and really unsettled Fury's car, and it's Fury now dropped off the podium and Deeks has gone up to third. And with 1 minute 6 remaining, we're only going to get one lap in after this, Liam, and that's allowed Deeks back on the podium. So at the minute, keeping up with your podium every night.
Yeah, which is really good. Really good.
Not bad to say he's been away for a little bit, but it shows his progression he's made, hasn't it?
Yeah, it really has. And yeah, I don't know if he's signed up for the GT3s again, but if he has,
no, I think we've been talking today. He's just doing the Clios, I think. So, hey, based off his qualifying in the Clios earlier, that could be one to watch.
Yeah, it could be. And yeah.
As we are heading then towards the end of this race, we're on the final lap of it. I won't make GT4, says Jamie. Jamie, terrible. Deeks then on the back of Sutty Apex. We'll cut to Gary in just a moment. We'll keep our eyes out for him coming through, but Deeks here could get another P2, especially while Sutty's gone wide at the old hairpin. Deeks going to look just around the outside of that little bend. And then coming up to McLean's, he'll have the inside corner. And Matt Neal-esque a bit later on the brakes. And you'll have it done. And Sutty, all sideways, having to cut across the grass a little bit. Will that lose Sutty a bit of time to Fury then? But Deeks back up to second once again here. What a drive from Deeks. Gary then will cut to him as down the SimPlay straight he's coming now. And it's back-to-back race wins. Formula Rookies at Silverstone Classic. Clio Cup here at Donington National. And it's Gary 131 who at the minute is making it look a little bit easy so far. He will then take the championship lead. Deeks will get 15 points for that one. Sutty is going to get himself a further 14 points. Fury will get 13 for his troubles. Oh, as they're all plapping into each other on the start line. Back to Monkey Boy then. Is he going to hold off DJ Phil? I think he has for 12 points. DJ Phil then will pick up his best finish of the night for 11 points there then. And then it's down to Welsh, who looks like he's going to get himself another 10 points. Bit of a quiet one for Welsh tonight.
Yep.
And then we drop back after Welshie to the Daniel Francis Don't Know Mate battle, which is no longer a battle because Daniel Francis has got himself well in front of Don't Know Mate. And that'll be 9 points for him. It'll be 8 points for Don't Know Mate. And Kelly then going to pick up Don't Know Mate there. Not yet crossed the line. And 7 points then for Kelly in that one then. So just redoing the championship standings.
There's another one.
Yeah, they're all at it. They're all having a bit of a spin across the line. Gary then leads the way by a point. Kelly's not yet. You've not yet crossed the line, Kelly. Let's just edge it a bit more forward. I'm currently making my lunch. So unless you wait 5 minutes, then I won't make it. Yeah, you'll have a couple of minutes. Kelly's then's going to wait out the timer. It looks like here. Yeah, you've got some time, Jamie. Don't you worry. But that then is your Renault Clios. And that was an interesting one for me.
Yes,
Gary takes the race win from Deeks, Sutty Apex, Fury, Monkey Boy, DJ Phil, Welshie, Daniel Francis, Don't Know Mate, and KLF bringing up the rear. We'll be back in 2 or 3 minutes with the Ginetta GT4s around Alton Park Island. And I'm going to pop for a wee. Chuffing hell, Deeks, you did a few rolls there, didn't you? Tapped your ear. Right, I'm going to the toilet. Back in 2 seconds. Oh, you fucked it now. So the argy barges in. Scores on the doors. Gary Little each. You lead by 1 point. You're fourth. I knew you'd stick around for GT4s. Yeah, not too bad, mate. Right, let's add Orgy Borgy to the list. I'm back. I see we got Orgy Borgy in. Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen, to Alton Park, the Island Circuit here then for the Ginetta GT4 Super Cup cars. And what a car we've got on your hands today. Argent is with us in this one then, as I do believe Sutty said to me in the mid-break session that he will be off after this one. So you won't be able to stick around for the Porsches or the touring cars, he'll be off. But Liam, a year of SimPlay today, what a year it's been in terms of SimPlay, none less the 24-hour charity event we did in honour of Sabine Smith. That was a real highlight of SimPlay's time running.
I think that's going to be one of the biggest highlights of not only the year but of SimPlay so far. Hopefully we can do more charity stuff in the future as well, with maybe another 24-hour race or whatever race.
Well, let's not forget we've done the two, haven't we? Did the one for the ectopic pregnancy on F1, and we did which we raised a couple of £100. Brilliant effort from everybody, and nice sport charity. The big one though, the Nordschleife 24, over £1,000 in honour of Sabine Schmitz. That was just a stellar effort.
Yeah, it was. It to me, I mean, I raced a part of it as much as you commentated it, and from what we've seen pictures on Facebook, you didn't look very well.
I struggled, to say the least, but it was a great night. We've had the two 24-hour events with the Daytona one, in which we had some crazy person in Mazda do all 24 hours. But it's, you know, these special events in between the season, they're all for a bit of fun, all for a good cause if it's for charity. But the Daytona 24 was just, why not try something different, wasn't it? And it was a good laugh. It was everybody in a party, a good laugh with a few people. I mean, the Daytona one, we had Mazda and Champ going as long as they could. Mazda went all 24 hours. We had Unorthodox falling asleep and snoring on the headset, if you remember that. Just little bits like that are just funny and memorable in these off-season events. As serious as the season is, these little off-season events are just brilliant to see.
Yeah, it is. Also, it was amazing doing the 24-hour race around Daytona in the night.
Yes,
the whole thing, which I predicted.
You did predict, and we was like, don't be silly, Liam. 24 hours is day and night, and then I'd not turn time progression on. So well done, me. I think the next 24 hour, I think me and you there was talks of me and you doing it together, both commentary and taking it in turns to race, wasn't there?
Yes, it was, and hopefully that can still go ahead. Yeah, we'll
have to see what happens with that one, but because it would be nice to do that, because I've not raced in a 24 hour yet, and I reckon the racing part will keep me awake. But look at these GT4s now. These are very rear-endy. Love a bit of a slide to these GT4s, and one man who loves them is Gary131ers. Monkey Boy is in the pits. There's actually two cars in the pits according to the screen. One of them's Monkey Boy. I'm not sure who the other one is.
That's it according to this. Is any...
Yeah, there's definitely looks like there's two dots in there though, don't we?
Yeah, there's definitely two dots. Unless if one actually got...
Well, let's go to Monkey Boy. And now I can't see any car in there.
Unless one of them actually got disqualified for...
Possibly for speeding in the pit lane.
Yeah, Kelly.
Yes, Kelly has. Yes, Kelly. I did see him with a time penalty, so he may start at the back. Remember both the 24 race as well. I watched more than Fury drove, says Fury's granddad. Oh, Tony, it's been a great year to see have you. You and Peaceful Stepdad as well in the chat. What a time for you guys. Oh, Jamie's just missed the cut. When I get the sim rig, I'll do the 24-hour race, says Jamie. I don't think your problem's the sim rig, Jamie. I don't know if your internet will last 24 hours, but hey, it'd be nice to have another driver on there, and it's not about who's quick, it's about who can stay awake. It's a peaceful explosion, your connection definitely won't last that long. It won't. Argent, the last time I saw Argent race this track in these cars, at this corner there, Liam, he was about 3 cars back, and Mazda was halfway around the corner, and Kieran T-boned him. I don't know who was trying to overtake, but it didn't work. And at the minute, well, look at the qualifying so far. Don't know, mate. It's currently P4 in these. So good qualifying for Don't Know, mate. Arjun, Walshy, Sooty, Monkey Boy not done a lap. Kelly disqualified. Monkey Boy still in the pit lane. Evening all, says Little each evening to Craig. It's nice to see Craig. So Sooty leaves after this race, but Jamie Brazier is in, so we've still got 11 drivers. There is space if there's drivers in the chat that want to come on for the Porsche Super Cup and the touring car race around the Snetterton 300 for the Porsches. Oh, Gary's going to love that, isn't he? Oh, I might put a blizzard on. It's just a sudden freak of nature weather for the...
Maybe even just put a bit of dampening on his car, but the question is, he's won the championship twice in the car, but with 2 different liveries. The question is, which one's he actually going to choose?
You're only going to be allowed the normal Porsche, so he's not going to be able to choose any of them. As qualifying done then, Gary from Deeks from Fury. Well, she's gone 4th. Don't Know Mate 5th place, but it's Don't Know Mate still on a lap, as we say evening to Bethany and Duffin. Now, where's Don't Know Mate? No, he's done. So Argent then, Fury still on a lap, so Fury could still take pole. Needs to look at Gary. Gary's on another level in these cars, look. Really flying. Fury's not now. He's not now. He's still on a lap. Gary's still on a lap, so Gary could still be on there. I might be only able to do the Porsche, says Jamie. What a shame. What a shame. Ah, well, Porsche still good. Snetterton 300, Jamie, your home circuit. So there we go, guys. Like guys and girls, like the stream. Hit that thumbs up button.
Just a shame it's not the Mercedes.
Yeah, just a shame it's not a Mercedes GT3. As Gary goes back in provisional into pole position then. I hate these. Might just take Sooty out. Just lol, says Daniel Francis. Gary from Fury, Deeks, Welsh, you don't know, mate. Good qualify for him. Ahead of Sooty, Apex, DJ Phil, Daniel Francis, Argent, KLF. 2-place penalty then ahead of Monkey Boy, who didn't get to qualify himself. So while we wait for these guys to ready up, Liam, what's been your favourite moment of SimPlay Motorsport over the last year?
Oh, now this is a hard one. Now, is this in general kind of...
General kind of moment. Yes. So not necessarily a personal moment. It can be personal if you want it to be, but just in terms of you look at SimPlay as a channel. What would be your best moment from SimPlay as a channel?
Would have to be the charity event that we did for cancer research over the 24 hours of not Le Mans, of Nürburgring.
Yeah.
What would yours actually be?
Yeah, mine would probably be the same one. That was just a special event. We all came together, you know, and it was just brilliant. You know, Dan and Kelly on commentary with myself, and I know it was in an open party which you was in and stuff, but Dan and Kelly stayed up the whole 24 hours as well, doing the driver swap every hour. You know, everybody was just brilliant in that one. In terms of a personal favourite moment, in terms of your experience here at SimPlay, what's your personal best moment you've experienced?
I'm kind of torn between three. My first podium, my podium in season 3 in the pro.
In Dubai,
I've only been in, obviously only being in the pro for one season and doing that. My first ever win, all going up to the pro. I couldn't choose the What would yours be, Van?
Your first win was COTA, wasn't it, in the night race, season 2, and then you got the Indianapolis win a bit later on. My favourite moment, personal moment, I have to say, this is a tough one. Do you know, just from a commentator's point of view, wow. Because there's been so many good moments, you know, like seeing Dean win at Snetterton, seeing yourself and Joe get your first wins. Gary's championship winning race was magnificent, as it looks like we're about to go. In fact, I'm going to say Gary's race at Monza in the wet season 1, where he passed H around the outside, is my favourite moment, I'm going to say. Lights out though here. Fury's got away well, so has Deeks. Gary a bit bogged down. KLF not got the best of starts either. And up the inside goes Fury. Gary though says, I don't think so, I'm going to stay around the outside. JP Brazier, Liam's favourite moment, was getting the plane ticket, as we've lost Monkey Boy. He's not readied up, so he's retired from this one. Won't score a point in the GT4s, but Liam's favourite moment, says Jamie. Oh, who's that? Wow, huge collision. DJ Phil and a few others. I think Don was one that had lost it as well. Yes, Sooty involved as well. KLF then now up to P6 with RG Bargy. Them two's having a battle, so huge incident there. And away we go. Gary, Fury, Deeks, Welshie. All these four at the front, but Gary and Fury really sort of leading the way here. Deeks a little wide coming through the chicane. Knickerbrook there, the corner that Kelly told us the best fact of a corner name I've ever heard. The best reasoning for that corner name, Knickerbrook. Just brilliant. When Kelly told me last season, season 2, absolutely fantastic to find out why it is actually named that. And if you don't know, I will tell you a little later on. But Fury here, really hassling Gary. You've got Deeks 3rd, Welshie's 4th, Argent, KLF, Dan Francis, DJ Phil, Sooty, and Don't Know Mate at the moment. Sooty used to be a master of these cars on the pad back in the day, but look at Fury, Liam, really hassling the back of Gary. I tell you what, if Fury's this good in the pro next season, he could be one to watch.
Yeah, he could be, and obviously beat Jamie's record this. Yeah, just 13 wins
in a season. Not a bad record to have, and how long will he hold it is the question.
Yeah, exactly. With It's just that one question, and it could be quite a while, but the only time you're really going to see that is when you get a quick driver from the pro.
Oh, he's got too greedy on the throttle, coming through the island bend hairpin there, and he's lost out a bit of time to Gary then as well. She as well, just a bit happy on the power to get round by Deeks, but he's trying to stick with him here. Argent and KLF. KLF's been caught by Daniel Francis. In fact, it's been passed by Daniel Francis. Sooty and DJ Phil have got past KLF. So what's happened to Kelly? Maybe a bit of a spin at the or losing the car at the island hairpin, but Argent trying to get. Argent won this title in a Group B season in season 2. Was a GT4 champion, so Argent's no pushover in these.
No.
But what can he do in this one? Kelly then on the back of DJ Phil, who's trying to stay with Sutty, who's trying to stay with Daniel Francis, who's trying to gain on Argent himself. Matt, you said that at that moment. Yeah. I know. I know I did. It's referring to the Kelly spin or the Fury spin. Because here is KLF. Here is KLF. Oh, that's a very, very wide DJ Phil. And that's going to put him down the order a little bit. Look at Sutty Apex here. No bonnet. Flapping front bumper. But Sutty's not bothered. Look, he's still pushing hard. Now, Sutty's not driven these cars. Look, when we raced this league, where we did this format, Sutty was on the pad. Didn't have the wheel at the time. So, this is all new for Sutty driving these on the wheel. And he's not done a bad job tonight. Although these was his favourite car and he's not doing the best in them.
No, but it just shows what happens.
Oh, here we go. Oh, I thought we was going to get a Sutty send it at the hairpin then from the master. Oh, Daniel Francis. Just a little too early on the power and lost that rear end just a little bit. And that's put Sutty up to 6th place. He can hunt down Argy Bargy now, who's trying to get on the back of Welsh here. That gap's just over a second. Oh, where's Daniel Francis gone?
Oh.
Well, there's Argent trying to get past Welshie now. Daniel Francis will have to give the place back to Sutty Apex. As here comes Argent down towards the final corner, Lodge corner. And if Kelly was in here, he'd be like, well, that's where McNeil and Chedden took each other out. And Welshie too greedy on the power and loses the rear, and that is a position. That's Kelly at the KLF. KLF was round and backwards, facing the wrong way there. So Kelly's dropped down to 9th place now. That could allow Don't Know Mate to get up an extra position here. But Welshie then has lost out massively. He's gone from 4th down to 7th. And Sutty back on the rear end of Daniel Francis now. I thought Daniel would have gained the place back, but hasn't done just yet. Defending heavily is Daniel Francis into Cascades. And Sutty the wrong side of him. Oh, and taps the rear of Daniel Francis, and around they both go. Oh, and onto the track, and Welshie has to... Yeah, Welshie... Oh, Sutty tries to spin it around and is clattered into DJ Phil. And I don't know where Phil has bounced off to. But, oh, there he is. And damage isn't on, it's visual only. And it's a good job because that car of Phil's and Sutty's, they look a mess. That could allow Don't Know Mate to get up ahead of them.
I bet that was a very, very heart-dropping moment for DJ Phil. Just
seeing Sutty spin it. Not like Sutty to just spin it around there. He stays. In fact, no, he doesn't stay 7th because he lost out to Welshie. Welshie getting back through, but now needs to get back on the back of Daniel Francis, as Don't Know Mate tried to get past DJ Phil here. Gary's gone out front, hasn't he? He's just checked out.
Yeah, he has. Not as much to the extent as in the Formula Rookies, but definitely checked himself out, ready for, as what I've gave him a plane ticket.
Yeah. Another win, as Don't Know Mate just struggling there through Druids End as they come down towards Lodge Corner now. Here comes Don't Know Mate trying to get back on the rear end of DJ Phil. Daniel at Sutty Apex. Oh, he's lost the rear. Just lighting the tyres up, and that's so easy to do, Liam, in these GT4s. Oh, as we've had a retirement, we've had Sutty Apex retire. So he'll get himself 10th place points here, which is 7.
Yeah, sorry about that.
Oh, we've lost Sutty. He's disconnected, so he's called that a day. He said he was going after this race anyway, so he's called that one a day, but what a shame, because it was nice to see Sutty out there. Welshie again, just getting a bit too heavy on the power. And so easy to do in these GT4s, Liam, to get it too early on the power and just lose the rear end of the car.
Yeah, not particularly like the GT3s, but I mean, to myself, from when I've drove them, I personally don't mind these cars. I don't know about any of the drivers, but I don't personally mind them.
Yeah, Gary absolutely loves them, so we'll see what he can do then as he goes along. And Daniel Francis then trying to get past Welshie. What can he do here? P12 at the moment. Good evening, everyone, says Ian Thompson. Nice to see that. Who's won what races so far, says Little Leach. Well, Gary won the Clios and the Formula Rookie. Deeks won the Ginetta GT5s. And at the minute, it looks like Gary's going to take a third win of the night in these GT4 Super Cup cars with the Porsches and the touring cars to come. And Liam, out of the three races we've had so far before going into this one, which has been your favourite as well? She's lost the rear at Cascades again, just too early on the power to losing the rear. What's been your favourite race so far out of the three we've had? Not counting this one.
I'm going to have to say the GT5s. I mean, yeah, I know I commentated on them for the season and whatnot, but I really did enjoy the action which was happening. And yeah, I've just enjoyed the GT5.
And you know what? I think me and Unorthodox said it to you before that season started. They're so fun to drive. They're so fun to watch because even default setups or not, they're so similar in pace that everybody's so close. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's what we've seen again tonight. 16 people watching, 13 likes. Guys, let's smash the thumbs up button as Little Each says, go on, bro. Obviously, the teammates. I don't know if it's been announced. I'm not going to say what they're driving next year. I don't know if they've announced it yet, but car change for the Leach brothers. Let's tell you that one. Car change. Argent then gaining on the back of Deeks. So Deeks not looking as strong in these as we've seen him in the rest of tonight so far. And Argent, P4, not looking bad. Say he's just come on.
No, so maybe he's had a little bit of sneaky practice before.
I wonder.
When he said he's
saying
not
that,
coming on,
he's used to driving the Merc, isn't he? And they're a bit. The Mercs are a bit twitchy, so maybe that's how he knows. And he doesn't dive bomb Deeks like he tried to dive bomb Mazda that time. He manages to get around the hairpin there and keep that behind the orange car of Deeks. And Argent running in his livery, who won his title in the B group back in that previous league that no longer runs.
Nor gets named.
Yeah, nor is allowed to be mentioned due to certain reasons we won't go into. Coming in the week, car change and a name change for the Leach brothers then.
Oh.
Little Leach, I was looking at my timing screen from Beckles karting the other day, Liam, and Little Leach got himself on fastest times of the week in 7th place for the weekend we was at karting. So very fast, but didn't win it outright. That was NJ who won it outright from Jamie Brazy.
Oh.
Sergeant then. Deeks running a little wide. Monkey Boy, he's been to get his London buses. That's where Kieran's been, he says. Monkey Boy, not in this race, but Argent flying at the moment and is looking to get on the back of Deeks here and get a move done. He was a couple of hundredths quicker last time around, and they're both not as quick as Fury and Gary out front. Gary, though, just slowly started to eke out his lead here. 4 minutes, 13 seconds remain. And Argent really starting to apply some pressure now to Deeks here. Interesting to see.
Yes, indeed it is.
Oh, there's the send it manoeuvre. There's the lunge from Kieran, and it's gone horribly wrong. And that's allowed Deeks to get away. What it might allow Daniel Francis to get past Argent as he's struggling to get out of the hairpin, it seems. He's away now. That was more reminiscent Argent. Now just imagine a car mid-corner there. Argent didn't go as deep when he hit the car there because there was a car. It was a bit like it was a Plato move. Let's be honest. Oh, I've missed my brake pedal. Bang. You know. Sorry, Jason. I know you watch the stream regularly, so apologies. But yeah. Oh, what's Daniel Francis done there? He's hit the tyre wall mid-corner. That's a strange one to see then. Sorry, I had to go. The smoke alarms were going off, says Monkey Boy. Oh, what a shame. Well, hopefully he's back for the Porsches. Andrew?
Unfortunately, he's had me cooking in his house.
And while we're on about karting and Beckles, big thank you to Monkey Boy for the lift from me and Liam down there. And back.
Yes, thank you.
It was very nice, yeah. Appreciate that one, as Argent has all the work to do again and has lost the car. Now, Daniel Francis, not just Daniel Francis, DJ Phil and Welshie could get a bit interested with Argent starting to make a lot of mistakes. Gary, I think he's coming up to the back of KLF here. So KLF's had another off somewhere. So Gary coming up to lap him. Argent's just starting to struggle a little bit since he's gone deep at the hairpin, Liam.
Yeah, maybe pushing that car just that little bit too much, which, I mean, if I was him in his position, I would just keep it where it is, make sure I don't make any more mistakes and keep it consistent.
Yeah, definitely. Indeed, you don't want to push it too much. That's more like a Matt Neal move. And how you dare, Jamie? Don't know how you dare. Argent then. Trying to keep the car on the road. He's made the hairpin this time. Look, he's managed to find his brake point and know where the corner goes as he's coming round. Now, don't forget Alton Park, the full circuit, was on the calendar for Season 2, Liam, where you struggled a little bit.
If I remember, so, yeah, I did. I mean, Season 2 is like just a mere...
Bar your 2 wins. Bar your 2 wins, it's a blur.
Yeah, basically.
Well, I mean, let's be honest, Season 2 was when? When was it?
Oof, that's the real
beginning
question.
Of
I mean,
January this year, so 8 months ago was Season 2.
We say that, but how long does it feel that Season 1 was? I mean,
well, a year ago, Liam.
It was a year, but no.
Well, saying that, actually, it was a year from the first test event. It was a year from the first test event.
Yeah.
That's when the channel started. That's actually an Andy Neat move. Yeah, that one I can agree with. And Monkey Boy, no problem, boys, anytime. Just less of the snoring, please, Liam. As we're down to 8 then, KLF has retired from this race, and that will give him 9th place points, which is 8 points for KLF then. So, gaining on the back of Sutty, and looks like he should go above Sutty, with Sutty not racing the final 2 of the night, provided Kelly does race the final 2 as well. And Gary then has been dominant and will get one last lap in. He could have probably slowed down and not got another lap in here, because Fury has lost it somewhere and has Deeks close to the back of him. There's Don't Know, mate, running in P8. There's Deeks. And Fury's lost it somewhere, Liam, because Deeks is now looking at what was a few laps ago defending from Argent for 3rd place, excuse me. He's now attacking for 2nd place. Argent's lost out to Daniel Francis. Them two are together as well.
So Kieran not taking the advice of us and just keep pushing
struggling.
the cartoons, which is it's unfortunate, but 5th place nonetheless. It's a fairly good result for Kieran.
It's a decent outing on his first race of the night to get himself warmed up. He's actually got back ahead of Daniel Francis just now. So let's cut to that battle while we keep our eyes on Gary, who's at Knickerbrook. That is Welsh, who looks like he's had a big spin. No, that's Daniel Francis we're on board with, sorry, who's just had a big spin. DJ Phil and Welsh have got past. Don't Know, mate, a bit too far behind. So Argent then has now DJ Phil on the back of him. Keep it up, Fury says peaceful stepdad, and DJ Phil looking for a 4th place here. But we're going to have to cut to Gary in a moment, because Gary is coming up to the last corner. Argent's wide. Is that DJ Phil's opportunity on the outside of Cascades? He's got it done before Cascades. Let's cut to Gary 131 then, who's going to make it 3 wins in a row. Tell you what, this isn't bad form going into the Season 4, is it?
No, it's not, and...
Well, if that's your attempt at a donut, Gary, it went about as good as what it did at Beccles in a go-kart. Gary then giving us a donut, which means Don't Know Mate's got to do one more lap. But with Dan Francis and Welsh losing the car a bit, Don't Know Mate could get the job done. Gary then, 16 points for himself. Let's cut back to Fury, because Deeks is hot on his heels. He doesn't want to make a mistake at the final corner. Deeks will need him to make a mistake to get past Fury. Nice. Oh, it's Deeks who's made the mistake. So Fury will take the 2nd place. Deeks is going to get the 3rd. As Fury comes across the line... Backwards, yeah, Fury's crossed the line. Where's Deeks? Well ahead of DJ Phil. Let's go back to DJ Phil and Argent then.
Oh, no.
So DJ Phil, 4th at the minute. Best finish of the night this will be. Give him 13 points. It'll move him up the table a little bit as well. Now, Bryn... Don't Know, mate, sorry. Oh, Argent's dive bombed DJ Phil and has tapped him round, and I think Argy Bargy's going to let Phil have the 4th place. Bit of a lunge there from Argent. It didn't work. 12 points for Argent nonetheless, 13 for DJ Phil. It'll be Welshie who's going to take a P6 to score 11 points. Daniel Francis will then get 12, and Don't Know, mate, I'll tell you what, wasn't far off the back of them two in the end for 9 points.
No, not indeed. No, wait. I think I got that right. But...
So there we go then. Gary from Fury. Deeks, DJ, Phil, Argent, Welsh, Daniel Francis, don't know me, KLF, Monkey Boy. We lost Sutty in that race. We'll be back in just 2 moments with the Porsche Super Cup. Argent, that was terrible. The DJ Phil one, the one where you sent it at the airpin, that was very reminiscent to Mazda. But look, no, where you was behind Deeks, catching Deeks, he just went straight on. By the way, good luck on this one, boys, because I think Kerry's going to piss this one in the Porsche Ansnet 300. Yeah. Yeah, it is. It's no serious. Yeah, mate, and I commented it was like your donuts at Beckles you was trying to do. Oh, hey, Monkey Boy in with side by side earlier. I commentated about that as well. Right. Best of luck, lads. You're probably only going to get one flying lap in, I imagine, because of how big the track is. Ugh. Let's make this one a little later. But banger cars, is it then? When you trying them on the grass with me, then sorry about the wash here. I was aiming for Kieran. He's just admitted it on the stream here. Gary, change that fucking livery. Banned for the 3 letters on the back. THR. No, you can keep it if you want. It's a fun event. Oh, now he's gone in fucking Sutty's livery. Terrible. I've just got to wait 2 seconds because Kelly's gone to the toilet. Deeks, you have really improved. I'm quite impressed with how quick you are. They was always hard though, they was, I thought. Yeah. Cut Welchie in his old straight line racing car. Thought and he thought he was done with the Porsche. You want a chorus only? I like that idea. Fuck! I could force Kelly. I could force Kelly to be in the Acora. Where is he? Oh, Jamie, you twat! I'll change it to Mercedes-Benz. Yeah, to be fair, I thought Fiori's looked quite good as well tonight. You got about Gary will piss it. Right, best luck. You know what I should have done, don't you? You know what I should have done, don't you? I should have made it a Cora, because everybody's got a copy of the same car I'm in. I should have made it a Cora only.
Yes. Oh, you're a dick. You're a dick.
Kelly and Monkey Boy would have been in the Acora.
That would have been like the best thing ever. And you've ruined it.
I know.
Oh.
Bastard.
And Monkey Boy's just pulled out for this one. Oh shit.
Silverstone was Dan's favourite moment of the season. Oh, yeah. Right, let's go back live. Welcome back then, ladies and gentlemen. We're at Snetterton, we're on the 300 circuit, and we're in the Porsche Super Cup. Everybody in the Porsche. And there's a new driver on the grid. I say new, it's the defending Season 3 champion. So we have got a man in a Porsche who loves Snetterton. We've got a man in a Porsche who's just won the title. Now, it is all default setups, but this is going to be an interesting race, Liam.
Yes, it is, and obviously being our main class around here at SimPlay. It's, yeah.
It's going to be an interesting one, especially when you've got Dan and Gary there who's battled out all season. And as Dan's just said in the chat, his favourite moment of the season was his and Gary's battle at Silverstone, which was brilliant. We could have a repeat of it here.
Yeah, and what that would be.
Well, yeah, that would be something special indeed then. As Gary comes around Hamilton and into Oggies. The easy thing about Snetterton as a commentator is all the corner names are on the outside of the track. The problem is the hairpin's changed since then. Snetterton, all their corner names are named after an actual something. So Murray's is after Murray Walker. We've got Brundle for Martin Brundle, Hamilton, Williams, Palmer, Richards, Wilson, Senna Straight. So they're all basically named after something or someone in particular. Now then, Snetterton 300. Very tricky circuit, this one, Liam.
Yes, it is, and if I remember, it was one of, if I am getting this right, this was Dean's first win at
SimPlay, yes. Dean Wasocki's first win at SimPlay. In the wet, in the McLaren.
Yeah.
So, you know, one of the great moments at SimPlay Motorsport. Go and check it out, guys. If I remember rightly as well, you and him had a bit of a good battle around here in the first race, which was dry. There's a bit of action on the highlights package where you were side by side, I think, for a lot of it.
Yeah, in fact, I do remember that moment. I can't remember driving it, but I do remember it from the highlight package.
So then, Fury, Big Boy Brady's still in the pit, so he's not going to get a qualifying lap in here because it's about a 2 minute a lap, and he's not moving out the pit. So Jamie's going to start dead last. What can KLF do? Obviously, a man who's raced a lot of the Porsche. Well, not going to do it going around there, which is a shame because KLF, a man who's been in the Porsche a lot this season, what could he do in it now? Tonight, he's going to get another lap in easily. But 12 drivers on the grid, Liam. Who's your tip for this one?
I'm gonna have to say Gary because I mean it's Porsche, and well, we both know what Gary is like in that Porsche. But then again, we've got Jamie Brazier, so could be in his way as well.
Indeed, could be indeed. Let's see what happens with these guys then as we go through tonight. The 5th of 6 races here tonight. Obviously a Toka special. The next race will be Brands GP in the Touring Cars McGann Band. And that will be an interesting one to see what will happen as Deeks on the grass coming through the final corner. So people are on their final lap. Guys at the Bentley Straight should get one more lap in. But no lap times have yet been set. As there's the first two, Deeks and Monkey Boy. And they'll get one more chance at a bite at the cherry. Monkey Boy in the Jap Speed 28 car. That's someone parked in the pit lane. That's Gary in the pits. So Gary's not going to get a lap time in here.
And there's Jamie Brazier, who's also not...
Yeah, he's not came out. But Gary here is not going to get a good lap in. He's not going to get any lap in. So Gary's going to start by the back. As an Orthodubs has gone on pole by 4.6 seconds. Well, I mean, Dan has just blitzed that one there. What do you expect from the defending champion, I suppose?
Yeah, exactly.
KLF, what can he do? He's got to put a lap.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, an Orthodox, yeah. That's what I mean. Dan.
If I knew that, then never mind.
So qualifying's done then. So everybody on their final runs. Gary's only lap isn't going to be the best lap at all. But let's see what he can do then as they're coming through Oggies and towards Williams now. Dan's just done 3 races around here in the Clio Cup, so you'd imagine Dan's got a bit of knowledge around Snetterton. Especially tonight.
You would have thought so.
Yeah, you'd have thought. Since he's just done 3 races around there, you'd have thought he'd have done so. Argent, in your old season... Oh no, there's Argent. Someone was in your Season 1 livery.
That was actually Rabbit Joe's Season 1 livery. My Season 1 livery was the one with the red...
well, colour pattern, you know what I mean. You know what I mean.
It's pretty much
same team, same colour.
Yep.
The Bumblebee. Team Bumblebee, that is the name you've missed out on. Who is that in front of Kelly?
I think we all know what my team name should be. Can't say it on the stream, but...
Sargent in the pits then, he's not going to improve. There is a few improvements coming in from drivers. Deeks has gone... Oh, apologies about that. Deeks has gone 3/10 off the back of Unorthodox. KLF 16 seconds off the back of somebody. Daniel Francis just behind Kelly. KLF 16 seconds off the back of Unorthodox. Say somebody off the back of Unorthodox. So what can KLF 900 do? That one will be an interesting one. Down the line comes Daniel Francis, goes P4. Kelly has gone 3rd. Gary isn't going to get that good a lap time in here and may start last. Or by the back, ahead of Jamie, I suppose, but by the back of the pack. I don't know what Gary's trying to do here. Is he, Gary, trying to come through the field then? As we look at the standings, Gary leads the way from Deeks, Fury 3rd. Sutty, Kelly, Monkey Boy, Daniel Francis, don't know mate, DJ Phil. Oh, no, sorry, DJ Phil. Oh, they're not even done properly. They're not even in order, so apologies for that. But it's Dan on pole from Deeks, KLF, Daniel Francis, Fury, Monkey Boy, Welshie, don't know mate, DJ Phil, Argent, Gary, and then Big Boy Brazier bringing up the rear. Liam, tip for this win with Gary at the back. It has to be Unorthodox in a bit of an evening setting.
Unfortunately, I'm going to have to put it to Unorthodox. I mean, that was my mistake when it came to a second ago. I kind of forgot about Dan being in.
So we've got Dan, Deeks, KLF, Dan Francis. I say Dan, Unorthodox. Dan Francis, Fury, Monkey Boy, Welshie, Don. Not Don. Don't know mate. It's hard when new people join and they've got the same 3 initials. It's a good job we've not got Dean and Deeks and Don and don't know mating, because we'd be struggling all night. Here we go then. The revs are rising here. We've got a 15-minute race here at Snetterton 300. And it's green, and what a launch from Deeks that is. He has just gone off the line like a rocket. And look at the green car of Fury trying to sneak up the inside of KLF and Daniel Francis, but has to back out of that one. And Daniel Francis and Kelly rub on each other then as Unorthodox is looking around the outside of Deeks. KLF up into P3, Fury very wide and on the grass. He'll have to be careful coming on. We know what happened here in the GT5s where a few cars flew at that section of the track on the first lap. Deeks from Unorthodox, KLF in 3rd then. Dan Francis, Welshie, Monkey Boy, Fury, Jamie up from last to 8th. Don't know mate, Gary, Argent, DJ Phil is your order at the minute. So Gary's gained 1 place. Oh, and there's chaos in the background. Cars flying all over. I don't know who has been involved there. One is Fury, that's Welshie. DJ Phil is involved as well. And Gary's all of a sudden gone 5th. Don't know mate, up into P4. There is, don't know, mate. Gary looking up the inside. Yeah, Gary up the inside at Hamilton. Job done. Jamie looking up the inside at Orgies. We go back to KLF then, who is on Orthodox has passed Deeks. KLF now trying to get past Deeks. Now, could this be a Davis 1-2? A family 1-2? What a job. What a night that'd be.
Yeah, it would be. It would have been a night the same if me and a certain other person came 1-2, but I mean, that was kind of never going to happen.
The Wakasaki boys and the rookies.
Yep.
Here then, Deeks doing a stellar job all night and wants to pull some points back on Gary, and this is his big opportunity while this KLF between him and Gary. Dan Davis, unorthodox up front, has checked out, and at the minute, out of the 12 drivers, there's a few that's flipped in places and have lost massive amounts of time here. And at the minute, Deeks is second place and doing a good job to keep that gap to Kelly, but Kelly, admittedly, he's good in this car. We've seen him in Season 2 take race wins and podiums most of the season in this car, Liam, and we know how good he's been. Me and you commentated on him all season. Can he get Deeks? Because that'll be a position here, a second place with running with some pro lads. It'll be brilliant for him.
Yeah, it would be. We'll have to see. That's all I'm going to say. We're going to have to see.
Yeah, let's see what happens then as the race continues to go on here. And at the minute, it is unorthodox from Deeks, from KLF. Gary starting to reel KLF in as well. Jamie is. Argent's up to 6th now ahead of Don't Know Mate. Don't Know Mate's got Fury behind him. There's Gary, look, as Deeks is wide coming through Palmer's, as is KLF, as is Gary a little bit. And Gary, look at him, right on the back of KLF now. And Kelly's not making it easy for him. And wow, squeezing Gary to the inside and forcing Gary to get out of that one. Naughty from Kelly, that, Liam.
Yeah, maybe a little bit, but hey, we can't put any stewards' inquiries into this one.
Yeah, there's no stewards' inquiries tonight. There's just pure racing as well. She's dropped down to last. He's battling with DJ Phil, though, at the minute. And Gary it through. Brundle and Nelson and Kelly. KLF, sticky. Round he goes. He wished he was stuck to the track because he's gone round at Brundle and Nelson. And he's dropped down to 5th. And he's going to have Argent on the back of him shortly. And here comes Gary then. And Gary doing a stellar job now up into P3 from the back of the grid. Jamie up to 4th from the back of the grid. Gary, though, wants to try and get on the back of Unorthodox. That'll be the battle he'll want. Look at that time from Unorthodox, a 48.5 Gary, a 47.7. So Gary flying at the moment, Liam.
Yeah. Pardon me.
Down the order, Argent, Don't Know Mate, has got Fury all over the back of him. Let's see that one a second. Fury, in fact, Fury has just got past him coming through turn 1. It's good job damaging, Tom, because Don't Know Mate's car is a bit battered.
Right, so that's why he's still able to drive that car right now.
Yep, damage is off, Liam. Where is Monkey Boy? He's behind Don't Know Mate now in P9. DJ Phil is 10th, battling with his teammate for next season, Daniel Francis, just behind these lot then. So it's DJ Phil in yours and Joe's old livery. Now the standings has DJ Phil P5 ahead of Kelly and Daniel Francis, but not what it's going to be tonight. Daniel Francis looked like he lost the rear of the car and has gone round. I think he has, because he's dropping time to DJ Phil. And I think Welshie may have gone off as well. But Gary here then down the Bentley straight, looking like he's going to make a move on Deeks to Brundle and Nelson. This is brave, and Gary later on the brakes. Deeks tries to brave it out around the outside but cannot do it. But good job that from Gary. Nice little move.
Yes, it was. And now he's going to be pushing with all his might to get Unorthodox to...
Yeah, Porsche v Porsche. Obviously... Gary v Dan once again here at SimPlay Motorsport. You've just had a season of it, and you're going to get it once more again tonight.
But we're going to see which one's the better of the two, with them both obviously driving the Porsche and both being on default setup, so they're going to be on the exact same kind of...
Yeah, you pretty much get to choose whether it's a loose or a stable setup, aren't you? Gary, again, a good 6 to 7 tenths quicker than Unorthodox that time around. 3.3 is the gap. We'll see that close down over the next 9 seconds. Fury has Don't Know Mate on the back of him once more here. So don't know, mate. Not giving up on getting past Fury, is he? Is his time? Oh, he's just lost a bit of time. So I wonder if he's made a mistake somewhere. Yeah, he's just. I wonder if he had a bit of a mistake coming through turn 1. He's deep at the hairpin, and that'll allow Fury to just stretch his legs a little more. Just looking at the timing screen, Argent maybe just starting to gain on KLF a little bit. That gap's 1.1 seconds here. And these two battled a lot last season as well, didn't they, Liam, in the Pro-Am? But not with Argent in a Porsche.
No. Argent, if I'm right, it's also always been in that Mercedes, so...
He has.
Bit of a newbie for him when it comes to this car.
We've missed a trick, really. We should have done a Coras only.
Yes, we should have.
For Monkey Boy and Kelly, yeah.
Just a shame Dean Monton could have brought the old season 1 team back.
The old team back together, reunited, as always.
The old reunion.
As they're coming through Brundle and Nelson, then Big Boy Brazier starting to get on the back of Deeks now. Jamie, then. Let's talk about Jamie. I don't think he ought to pick the Porsche. I know we have setups on in the GT3s, but he doesn't look quick in it.
No, it doesn't.
Does it?
No. Definitely not a championship winning car.
Not for Jamie, anyway. No, I think Jamie ought to stick to his Audi or his Lamborghini.
Yeah, well, I think that would be the best for him.
There has been no car confirmed from Jamie's side yet, so we don't know what Jamie is in at the moment. Nothing confirmed. Obviously, the announcements have to be made by 4 PM on Sunday. Teammates, team names, livery. That all has to be decided by 4 PM Sunday night. There's Big Boy Brazier here then. Comes round Palmer and down towards Agostini. A tricky little corner is Agostini. Such a late apex. And he's gaining on Deeks, but not massively. Gary's took another 8/10 out of unorthodox on the last lap. Just slowly starting to bring that gap down. And now Jamie's going to have a look into Palmer, into Oggies. No, he's not. Tucks back in. Has he got the undercut then for Williams? No, tucks back in behind Deeks once again. It's as if Jamie doesn't have the confidence in the car like he would have in his Audi or his Lamborghini. Argent's lost out to Fury and he's dropped back a massive amount, and Monkey Boy's got Don Productions. Here goes Jamie now though, Liam, down towards Brundle and Nelson. Not the easiest of overtaking zones, and later on the brakes than Deeks, and gets that one turned in. Has he got it stopped for Nelson? Oh, he's on the brakes, and Deeks just, I think, gave him a bit of a tap up the rear, and on his way he goes. But Gary has brought that gap down quite a lot this lap.
Yeah, so it's quite showing that Gary is quicker than an Orthodox on a default setup.
Well, yeah, did Dan make a mistake that lap? Because Gary was 3.2 behind him halfway around the lap. Yeah, I don't know. Only about 6/10 a lap time, so similar to what it has been over the last couple of laps. But let's see what happens when Gary gets on the back of Dan. Whether that will be the case. Looking down the order then. Welsh trying to catch DJ Phil. Don't know, mate, still trying to catch Monkey Boy, who's trying to catch Argent. Season 2 teammates Argent and Monkey Boy. The Season 3 teammates Fury and Argent. As Fury's round at Richie's turn 1, that'll give Argent a place for sure. In fact, will it? Because Fury here was quite a way in front of Argent and has got back going again. So Argent will not catch Fury here then. DJ Phil trying to catch Don't Know Mate at the moment as well, so it's an interesting one. Deeks now 4th, lapping similar to KLF. Monkey Boy's past Argent, so what has happened to Argent then? Because Monkey Boy has got past Argent when Argent was only a couple of seconds behind Fury. He must have had a spin at Riches. Argent just struggling a little. Again, another one in the Porsche, Liam, that doesn't seem to suit the Porsche. Again, I know it's default, but yeah. Argent just looks like he struggled in it.
And we all say that it's one of the well, I know you say quite a lot, it's one of the safest cars of the category, but from what we're seeing, a couple of the drivers can't even drive the car.
Do you think, though, it's because GT3s are what we do, it's what they're used to?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It could very well be, but
3 seasons in the Merc, he's used to the Merc, not the Porsche.
Yeah.
Gary then has got that gap just under a second as they come through Murray's down the start straight once again here to start lap 7. We've got 4 minutes exactly left of this race. This race has flew by here. And Gary at the minute has dropped Jamie, and again 9/10 quicker than Unorthodox that lap. We're going to get 4 minutes of Gary hounding the back of Unorthodox's car. And this is going to be the battle we've wanted to see. Monkey Boy and Argent still trying to go at it according to the timing screens. Gary, though, is not going to let Dan rest. He's going to want to beat Dan heading into season 4. And will this give Gary doubts, I wonder, over the car he's picking for next season? Will this just toy with his mind? Although, setups, isn't it? Yeah. Setups is the big thing, isn't it?
Exactly. That is exactly it, but we'll have to come and see from next season, which is, if I'm right, next week.
Yeah, next week the season is.
That's Unorthodox who's made a mistake.
He's gone off, yeah, he has. He's gone off coming through through Palmer. No, not through Palmer, through Hamilton. He's had to turn it around. He's lost out to Jamie Brazier now, so Dan was being pressured by Gary a little bit. He's dropped down to 3rd place. So different to the Merc. Horrid, says Daniel Francis in the chat, so he's struggling.
Yeah, I can agree with that.
Good little battle. I mean, I'm sure you'd prefer to be back in your Season 2 car than your Season 3 car.
Yes.
Yeah, Porsche over Audi.
The thing is, I just can't. I've tried the Porsche recently and no chance.
Don't know, pal. Don't know, mate, sorry. DJ Phil and Monkey Boy all within a few seconds of each other. And Argent, who's dropped down to 10th now as Argent. Wow, he struggled. So don't know, mate, DJ Phil and Argent, who was off again there, look, are all just starting to get within a few seconds of each other here. Fury's trying to catch Kelly, the good battle of Season 3 here at SimPlay Motorsport. And Gary here then, 7.5 seconds up front. Can Dan get past Big Boy Brazier? That's the big question, Liam.
That is a very big question, but so far he's, as much as Unorthodox is looking quick in that car, he isn't being able to outdo Gary.
Oh, I don't know. He's gained a lot there through Palmer, hasn't he?
He has gained quite a lot, but having that spin has gave Gary the win as long as Gary can keep it on the track. But I think default setups hasn't helped Dan in any way.
No, not at all. Welshie then must have had a spin as well, because Daniel Francis has gained on Welshie, and this could be the last lap of the race. But for Unorthodox here, he just wants to make sure he can get on the back of Jamie down the Bentley straight and towards Brundle and Nelson into the bomb hole and Coram, because Gary could make this one the last lap of the race. 8 seconds he's got over Big Boy Brazier. And here comes Unorthodox. Not close enough at Brundle and Nelson yet. Through they go, in towards the bomb hole now. Just on the grass a little bit there is Unorthodox, and right he goes, now coming up towards Coram. Let's go to Gary quickly, because will we get one more lap in? Yes, easily, 28 seconds. So back to this battle for second. Any other battles out there on track? Not really. Monkey Boy and Don't Know Mate have dropped down the order. They've dropped behind DJ Phil and Argent, 9th and 10th. Yeah, bumper to bumper. Dan pulls out looking for the outside of Riches. Jamie goes even more to the inside. And Dan, he's driven around the outside of Jamie there. Dan, brilliant manoeuvre, but Jamie there, I tell you what, Jamie, don't pick the Porsche, ever. Look at Deeks. Deeks looking interesting for a P3.
If this is Deeks' pace in a GT3 car, God knows what it's going to be like if he did join the GT3.
If he signed up for the GT3s, what would Deeks do? Because that would be the main question. That would be an interesting one to see as well. Oh, look, really on the back of Jamie now. Jamie starting to struggle here, maybe. But Gary then coming down the Bentley straight into the final few corners. As here comes Deeks. Looked good tonight as Deeks overall.
Yeah.
Argent
Improved his racecraft quite a lot.
It really has. Gary then coming through the bomb hole. He's lapped Daniel Francis. Welshie's just gone over the line, so Welshie will be the last man to do a lap. Now, can Don't Know Me get on the back of Argent, who's trying to get on the back of Phil? Gary then coming up to the race line, and it's going to be a 4th win tonight for Gary. Back with a bang is Gary 131. With Daniel Francis there across the grass a lap down. He's only going to get points for 12th place. But Gary takes another 16 points then. 12th place will give Daniel Francis 5 points. Unorthodox on his first race tonight. He's not going to win anything, but 15 points nonetheless. See where he can get. Jamie Brazier, his first race as well. He'll score himself 14 points. Deeks will get 13 points for that one, which puts him 6 behind Gary going into the final race of the night. KLF, what a job for him in the Porsche. A good 12 points. Not his best of the night, but a good finish nonetheless. Although he has got Fury all over the back of him, and I think Kelly should. Yeah, Fury's not got the traction now. He's been across the grass, so Kelly should get that one done. Good flash of the lights for Kelly there then. Fury then will score 11 points. And then it's back to DJ Phil. Any mistake from Phil here, and Argent will be all over the back of him. But not just Argent. Don't Know Me and Monkey Boy could be there as well. It looks like Phil is going to have this one done, barring any disaster at the final corner. He's round it well. And that is going to be 10 valuable points to DJ Phil. For Argent, it's going to be 9 points. Don't Know Me is then going to come home to take another 8. As he crosses the line. Monkey Boy then will come and take 7. With Welshie taking 6 and Daniel Francis taking the 5 then. 1 race to go. It's going to be a 20-minute race around Brands Hatch GP in the touring cars. McGann Band. It's going to be an interesting one. Deeks needs 6 points to beat Gary tonight. Fury Slim with a shout as well. But Gary taking the win at Snetterton there from the back of the grid, let's not forget. We'll be back in 2 minutes. Oh, will you now? Will you now? I fucking heard you. I had my mic on mute. Terrible. THR colours. Yeah, I did hear. Got pissed Matt off, put my THR colours on. Right, I need to redo the lobby, so I'll be back in 2 secs. Can you change... Not much, no. Can you change... You can't change it to... Same class, can you, from here? No, right, back in 2 secs.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm back. I'm back, Buzz it. I'm back a second, because I've got to change it to same class now, not just...
Ah, right, yeah.
No, one more race.
Fucking fun.
THR used to, didn't it? Pretty much.
Wow. Gee, I'll tell you something though. Reading about this, I need to talk to Fury again.
Why?
Because we haven't come up with a team name. I asked him what do you want a team name wise, and he said he didn't know.
Ball bag racing. Imagine.
I fucking... Oh, talking about Dean is fucking calling me. Nah, fuck it. No, no,
Oh, his
no,
message
I'm
on
actually going
Facebook.
to put
Sorry, buddy, fell asleep with the monsters. Yeah, whatever.
the monster.
How many was there, Liam? Right, 2 secs. He's going in the Pirelli car so I don't cry. What a guy. Every time I join, you're on about me. Fucking dickhead. Don't be like that, because I was going to fucking make it in a Cora race, the last one, just for you, Monkey Boy, and fucking your dad. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 12, that's right, innit? Yeah. Yep. Right, best of luck. What?
I've actually put it forwards to Fiore to actually be called Wakasaki. You've left it on 2017, by the way.
Ah, I'm not bothered.
Okay. Oh.
So yeah.
Give me a minute. I'm gonna wait for this message to come through, and I'll tell you. But from the sounds of it, I think he likes it. Oh, I could do. Right, so yeah, that's our team name, Wakasaki Racing.
Is it really? Yeah. Can you use GoPros as a webcam?
I don't know.
I'll have to try it.
Well, yeah.
Right. Gonna go live.
Yeah.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back for the final race of the evening. The touring car event is here, and what will be for these guys. Deeks, Gary and Fury up for the title. Currently sat watching Big Boy Brazier in his Maximum Motorsport Astra. McGann banned Liam, so let's go through the drivers and see what they are in. So Fury in an Astra. At the minute, Argent's picked himself up a time penalty. DJ Phil running in the Mercedes-Benz. Unorthodox in his Astra. Daniel Francis in the Astra. Gary 131 in his trusted BMW. KLF in a Mercedes-Benz. Deeks in a BMW. Welshie in a BMW. No, don't know, mate, in a BMW. Argent in a BMW.
And
Big Boy
Jamie
Brazier in an Astra. So let's see what these guys can do in this one. Oh. Liam, I'm going to need you to... it's kicked me out, is it? Right, hang on.
Oh.
It's kicked me out. Has it kicked you out?
No.
It's kicked me out. Why has it done that? Qualifying off. Did it kick you out?
I think it's kicked other people out though.
Why, is some left?
Welsh retired and no mate just joined.
Right. Gonna redo it. Yeah, I sent new invites out, yeah.
Oh, there we go. full on stream?
No.
No, right, that's fine. I really want to kind of say that it's Wakasaki racing on the stream, but
have you had an
don't want
invite?
to say it on this. I want to say it because it's going to be funny as fuck, but I don't because it'll sound bad on stream.
2, 3,
I don't know.
9, 10. Who we're missing? Gary.
Team coming at you with 0 downfall.
Gary, and who else are we missing here? Monkey, no. Walsh.
Yeah.
Gary's in.
Oh. Yeah, I want to announce it on stream. Can I announce it on stream?
Yeah.
You have something to say about team shit, something like that, I don't know. So I'm not going to just say it out of the blue because that's just going to be weird as shit. I'm also going to say them all.
Don't fucking give me a shitty motto.
It's coming at you with 0 down.
Oh, then I'll let you off.
What do you think I was going to say?
Fuck knows, I know what some of your mottos are like.
This is going to be funny, but I'm not allowed to laugh. Right.
Okay, so welcome back. Apologies about that just then. It was a case, it just kicked a few of us there, but we are back. We are live. No qualifying then, so it will be Fury, Gary, Dan, Francis, Deeks, Big Boy Brazier, Welsh, DJ Phil Argent, Don Production, Don't Know Mate, sorry, Unorthodox, Monkey Boy, and KLF on the grid.
Yes, so it's going to be in a bit of a random order, but Unorthodox at the back. We've got who else? We've got Gary at the front, Fury at the front, Jamie at the Jamie more mid-pack frontish.
So here we go then. The lights are going to be on for this 20-minute race. It's all syncing up now. It is evening time here at Brands Hatch GP. It's the final race of the 1-year anniversary. It's lights out and away we go for the final time, and it's not the best start from the BMW we've seen from Gary 131, but he is into the lead straight away. And oh, look at that! Already 2 cars hitting the wall. That looked like Dan Francis and Deeks there as Gary going wide. Oh, already a bit of carnage at the front as the cars come through now, and there's 2 more off. There's a Merkin and that's Unorthodox and Argent off then. So what has happened at the start? But Fury leads from Dan Francis, Deeks, KLF up to 4th, DJ Phil 5th, Don't Know Mate in P6, and there's a BMW very deep, and that's another 2 off. That's DJ Phil facing the wrong way, and I think Welshie. What a shame there then.
Wiped out.
It is. Gary then back up to 6th place after running wide at turn 1. What can he do then? There's Del Orthodox in the background there with a flapping bumper. DJ Phil Argent and Welshie in the background then, but it's Fury, Dan, Deeks, KLF, Don't Know Mate up into P5 in his Mercedes. I think he's in. Oh, there's Don't Know Mate. He's had a spin, yeah. Don't Know Mate's gone round, coming through. And Liam, this is a track that a lot of people have been testing recently because this will be the first race of the season in the GT3s next week.
Yeah. Not looking very promising for the first race of season 4, but we'll have to see coming to the time.
Oh, Don't Know Mate, very, very wide there. Speaking of season 4, Liam, we believe you've got an announcement to make.
Yeah, season 4 comes a new team, Wakasaki Racing, coming at you with 0 downforce.
And that's
Me and Fury.
In what car?
I forgot to actually say that. In the Mercedes.
Oh, there we go. AMG?
Yep.
There we go then. So Gary has just got his way past Deeks and on Orthodubs as well, trying to get past Deeks. Past Big Boy Brazier is on Orthodubs. Gary's already up to third. Oh, and Dan hits the tyre wall there, and that caught Monkey Boy. And I don't know who that caught out, but there goes Don't Know Mate up the inside of Monkey Boy. That is job done for him.
Orthodubs, I believe.
Yeah, on Orthodubs, I don't know. On Orthodubs was slow coming off the wall. I don't know who Monkey Boy caught there, but yeah, there's a few incidents in it. This is a proper touring car race. This is Gary then, already now second after dropping to the back of the pack from running wide at turn 1. Gary now up into second place, and Fury 4.9 up the road. What car's Fury in again?
Fury is in...
He's in an Astra. I don't think Fury will be 4.6 seconds up the road shortly.
No.
Where's KLF? He's dropped down to P8. Monkey Boy down to P9. Argent's 11th. Welsh 12th. There is KLF. In front of him is Don't Know Pal. Don't Know Mate, sorry.
Yep.
And then it's on Orthodubs in front of Don't Know Mate. And then it's Jamie Brazier. As there is Don't Know. So apologies to Don't Know Mate then. It was KLF who span around earlier and ran so wide. Don't Know Mate in the green liveried Mercedes-Benz. There goes an Orthodubs in his Astra.
If I'm right, these cars are also another one which are a little bit like the Clio, where you need to kind of get the back end out, or just to get turning.
A little bit more the BMW than the Astra and the Mercedes. More the BMW a little bit. As look at them three up front, 3 wide. Big Boy Brazier, Deeks and Daniel Francis. All 3 Astras muscling around each other there. And Jamie picks himself up 2 positions, and a flash of the lights from Daniel Francis. Clearly unhappy with that one. And now on Orthodubs is on the back, so a little 3-way battle again here with an Orthodubs, Daniel Francis and Deeks. Gary's closing the gap to Fury, and on Orthodubs round the outside of Deeks, but has nowhere to go really. Oh, and him and Deeks shoulder to shoulder off the track, but Dan keeps the momentum going through. Deeks again on the grass. Oh, and a bump from Daniel Francis and Dan Davis onto the side of Deeks, and somehow they all keep going, and Deeks round the outside of Daniel Francis. Has he been collected? I'm not sure. Jamie very wide. No, they're all still going here. And well, a few rubbish. That's touring car racing at its finest, if you ask me.
Yeah. Very angry and just very
Matt Neal Plato there, leaning on each other, pushing each other, bumping each other. Kelly will be proud. As Don't Know Mate in the background loses the rear of the Mercedes-Benz there then. So he may lose a couple of places. He's lost out to Kelly. Will he lose out to Monkey Boy? On Orthodubs just up front has got past Jamie Brazier, and that's why Jamie has left the session, so he's probably disconnected. Because he started the race, he will score himself 5 points. So it will put him ahead of Don. He's finished ahead of Don. I Don't Know Mate now looking back on the rear end of Kelly once again then. Oh, Kelly all sideways through Paddock Hill Bend. Oh, and a bit of a tap as they both come through the corner. They both get through okay, and Don't Know Mate ahead of KLF. Oh, and KLF sending one on Don't Know Mate into Druids there, and this is very handbags off. And Don't Know Mate's going to look up the inside once again and gets a slide and taps KLF round. And KLF gets a full spin there, and Don't Know Mate sending Kelly right round there. And through as well goes Argent.
As goes one of Dean's favourite songs. Can't sing it because obviously copyright.
Oh, and Kelly right really wide there at Surtees, and towards Pilgrim's Drop they go now, and KLF will drop behind DJ Phil there. Out front though, Dan is 8 seconds behind Gary. Gary's only 2.5 off the back of Fury. We'll stay with KLF and Monkey Boy at the minute, and DJ Phil at the minute. That seems a decent close battle, as does Argent and Don't Know Mate. DJ Phil just across the corner there at Westfield, down towards Dingledell, and back up to Sheen Curve. DJ Phil all onto the grass there at Sheen Curve. Kelly round the outside, manages to get that job done as they come into Stirling's now, and that's a lovely bit of driving from Kelly, and he's back up to P9 now. Can he get on the back of Monkey Boy, who's just a bit further up the road? Argent though trying to get on the back of Don't Know Mate. both running the same livery as Argent and Don't Know Mate, and there they are, the two Mercedes-Benz cars. Shame Jamie didn't go in that one. I did disconnect, it came off as I need to go to bed, says Jamie, so we'll see Jamie later. Unfortunately.
Always is a bit of a tap bit from these two as well.
Yeah, Argent and Don't Know Mate tapping each other a little bit, and Argent going to look up the inside in towards Graham Hill Bend and can't get that one done. Don't Know Mate hangs on to the place for now. And as they come towards Surtees corner, Argent up the inside, and just bounces off the curb.
That's Don't Know Mate.
Oh, it's Don't Know Mate.
Gone up the inside.
Yeah. Don't Know Mate up the inside of Argent then, and I didn't see Argent get past him, but either way, he stays in front, and Monkey Boy's on the back of Don't Know Mate and Argent now, and the lights are on in Monkey Boy's car. Argent took me off at this corner once, you know, Liam, in that previous league in the Clios, and I had a chance of winning the Clios, but Argent took me off at that corner just there, and now Argent's going to look up the inside of Don't Know Mate. He's got that done at Westfield, and they come through Dingle Dell. Monkey Boy's got past Don't Know Mate as well. Monkey Boy's now looking all over the back of Argent as they come up to Sheen Curve. Don't Know Mate right across the corner there, and Argent then forcing his way, elbows out. This is touring car racing. And with the touring car game expected to be out next year, I'm looking forward to a bit of that. This could be an interesting one to get on the channel, but Argent and Monkey Boy now starting to pull away from Don't Know Mate, who's DJ Phil's got back ahead of KLF. He's got Welsh on the back of him now, but we stay with Monkey Boy and Argent for the time being, as Gary's had a moment somewhere. He's 6 seconds now off the back of Fury, but again we'll stay with Monkey Boy and Argent. And up towards Druids they come. Is Monkey Boy going to go for a late switch to the inside? No, he's not. Doesn't get that one done as the sun sets here at Brands Hatch GP. It'll be a bright midday session next week, although there's rain around for Brands Hatch next week, and it looks like it's raining around for the pro lads, so that could be an interesting one. The weather will be posted on the Discord in a couple of days. It's tomorrow, I do believe, in fact, because it's a week before the Pro-Am race. Join us for that. Join us Monday night, actually, as well, for Brands Indy, I do believe it is, in the Clio Cup. And then join us on Wednesday and Thursday for the Pro and Pro-Am Season 4. Join us Friday night as well for our start of our IndyCar season, in which we will finish with the full Indy 500. We did it as a special event, but we're bringing you the full Indy 500 at the end of this season as well. So join us for that one. That promises to be a brilliant season. Argent then very wide through Sheen Curve, and that's allowed Monkey Boy to catch up just a little bit, but Monkey Boy's losing some pace here, isn't he? He's just dropping off the back a little bit here of Argent, as Kelly
maybe he's aware of something maybe going wrong, because as we've seen in the past, Kieran is very liable to mistakes, and maybe he's backing off to, if he does make a mistake, he can still get that position but not be in the middle of it.
KLF 900 then getting back onto the rear of DJ Phil. Let's just drop back to them 2 a second, as here is Kelly and DJ Phil again coming through clearways and onto the start straight here. There is Welshie in the background. You see a car just going through Surtees onto the GP loop, and here is KLF, just his best lap of the race there last time around. Kelly actually the quickest man on quicker than the two leaders last time round. He was a bit slower than on Orthodubs and Deeks, but he's flying his KLF at the minute in his Mercedes-Benz. Can he find a way past DJ Phil?
Well, he has the pace there, so realistically he should be near the top. He's just got to make sure he can keep it that consistent, and he's still got that 9 minutes left, so maybe a couple of positions is pointing in his direction. Yeah, just over 1.5 minutes per lap and 9 minutes left of this race, so not long to go here. Thank you for everybody who's tuned in and liked the stream and subscribed if you are new, and got in the comments really just to celebrate the 1 year anniversary of SimPlay Motorsport. A bit of a token night. KLF then, what can he do on this race now? Gary getting within 2 seconds, as that's Monkey Boy very slow, and he's lost out to Don't Know Mate. And will these two be able to get past Monkey Boy? I think he's back going now, but 4 seconds is the gap between Monkey Boy and 8 seconds is the gap between Monkey Boy and DJ Phil. And Kelly this lap doesn't look like he's closed in as much to DJ Phil, but 6/10 is the gap, Liam. Yeah. He still looks racy. He does look like he's a lot closer to DJ Phil on this lap than what he did at the beginning of the last lap. It's just not as close. You know what I mean?
You're not as close as he wants to be, as he again laps a bit slower than DJ Phil that time around. So DJ Phil actually gained a bit of time over Kelly there, 0.4 of a second he gained, but 0.7 is the gap. And Kelly's going to be very interested to get, very keen to get this one done. Just looking at the timing screens, this is the closest battle on track at the moment, and Kelly will be wanting to get this moved on. DJ Phil wide though, coming through Graham Hill bend and towards Surtees. There you go. That'll give Kelly a left the momentum then, and up the inside to Surtees. No, but Phil very wide and loses the rear of the car. He's managed to point it in the right direction and get it going before Welshie can get around, but Kelly then is through. Gary now has that gap to just over a second to Fury, and Gary looking for 5 wins out of 6 here tonight. What a night it's been for this man. After losing his Season 3 title, he'll be happy with his tonight's performance and take some good form going into next week's first race here, Liam, as well.
Yes, he will be, and yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go then. You heard it from Liam first.
Yeah.
As Gary then, now just under a second to Fury, coming into Surtees. And up through Surtees towards Pilgrim's Drop. There you go now. They'll go down Pilgrim's Drop up towards Hawthorne's Hill. Down the drop, up the hill into Hawthorne's Corner. Very quick right-hander. And now they come towards Westfield. You don't want to run that curb on the outside of Westfield. It's easy to unstable the car there, as Gary goes all over it and completely denies what I've just said. Through Dingledale they go, up towards Sheen Curve. Over Sheen Curve they go, hopping over Gary a bit wide. He's wide, he's wide, he's lost the rear. He's round. And this allows Unorthodox the chance with 6.5 minutes remaining to get up the inside and get past Gary 131 then. So Gary's got it all to do again now then, Liam.
This is why Gary should be listening to you as a commentator. Yeah. But if anything goes wrong, we're just commentators. We don't give advice. No, we don't give advice. What do we know? We just stand in a box and talk about what's happening in front of us on a track. What do we know up here? But Fury from Unorthodox then. Gary Deeks, Daniel Francis, Argent, don't know mate. Monkey Boy KLF, DJ Phil Welshie at the minute. We lost Jamie Brazier in this one earlier on. Fury then, he's a bit wide there coming through Graham Hill. He's not going to want to do that too much. They only lost 0.4 to Dan on the last lap, so not too bad. But Gary, just pushing that little bit too hard, has now got it all to do again. 7.5 seconds is the gap between Gary and Fury. Argent is lapping similar to Don't Know Mate here, as Kelly just laps a bit quicker than Monkey Boy as well, so maybe some late charges down the bottom half of the field as well. Deeks kind of in no man's land, as is Daniel Francis really, Liam. But Deeks has had a very good night tonight. It's been nice to see Deeks back with a bang. Yeah, it has, and hopefully we can see him back more often after this season.
Running in what looks to be a bit of an old Halford Honda livery there with the orange. Lovely colour. Just on an Astra, just on Jason Plato's car. As they come down towards Clearways then. And there's Fury's lead. The gap down to 3.2 seconds. Dan a lot quicker on the last lap than Fury, Liam. 1.6 quicker, in fact.
Yeah. And
Gary, Gary even quicker. 4 minutes 14 seconds left. This one's going to be interesting towards the end.
Yeah, it could be, and maybe in typical touring car fashion as well.
Just had sort of a bit of a mid-race lull, haven't we? And then it seems like it could get interesting at the end. We've also got Don't Know Mate trying to catch Argent. Argent trying to catch Daniel Francis. We've got Kelly trying to catch Monkey Boy. DJ Phil trying to catch Kelly. Welshie trying to catch DJ Phil. So it could all happen in this last part of the race. Dan has got the gap now under 2 seconds to Fury. So Unorthodox flying at the moment in his Astra. And he's got his Astra working beautifully well so far. Gary, though, he's also got the gap down to under 6 seconds now. So Gary as well, looking racy in his BMW. And I tell you what, this is all laps for these drivers who are racing next week in the Pro-Am and Pro. This is all laps around this track to just find out. I know it's different cars, but still learn the track.
Hey, it just means you're getting to learn a different car around the track, improving your racecraft.
As Dan now is just over a second, and look at how Dan has caught Fury this lap. I think Fury's tyres have gone.
It is a possibility.
Because Dan has caught Fury something rotten this lap. Fury 32.7, Dan at 30.5. So it may not be Fury's tyres, it may be the fact that this man is flying. Gary at 30.5 as well. So Gary's coming at Dan and Fury. Gary's coming at Fury, sorry. Dan's on Fury. And while ever Dan's being held up by Fury at the moment, this is allowing Gary to get right on the rear and gain a bit of extra time over Dan. Dan sliding through Graham Hill Bend, trying to find any advantage, any opening over Fury here then. And can he get it done in towards Surtees corner? There's Gary in the background. Well, we said it would get interesting at the end. Just under 2.5 minutes remain, and it's getting very interesting now. Argent really trying to get close to Daniel Francis. That gap's coming down a bit, as is the one between Monkey Boy and Don't Know Mate, but this gap has really came down over the last lap. Gary now 4.5 seconds to Fury, just being a bit of a nuisance and allowing Gary, Liam, to get that gap now under 4 seconds. Fury being a lot of a nuisance.
Yeah, he is, and like you said, it's just giving Gary that time to catch up, and from what it looks like on the timing screens, he's already catching up.
A significant amount as well here, because the gap is now 3.5 seconds. Gary's caught up a second over the last 3 corners, so Gary is flying here. Dan is being held up by Fury, and as long as Fury stays in front, what's going to be left? There will be 1 lap, so this is the last lap of the race. Has Gary got enough to get on the back of this battle? What can Dan do to get past Fury? Fury's just got to hold on for 1 last lap here, and what a job it's been. They slide through turn 1, both of them, get through it all right. Gary 3.5 seconds back. I don't think he's got enough to take the race win. Fury then and Dan and Unorthodox here are really starting to get the feel for this and are really starting to put the pressure on each other. Gary now 3.2 is the gap.
Ooh, it's getting low, and it's
there's Gary.
Just like in the clear, it's right on edge of your seat.
Oh, Fury a little wide at Surtees. Dan taps him. Fury hangs onto it. It's going to do nothing for his tyre wear. But look, Gary, 2.2 seconds coming through Pilgrim's Drop towards up towards Hawthorne's Hill and Hawthorne's corner. Gary within 2 seconds of the leaders. 3 for the lead on the last lap. Look at this racing from these 3. Fury's wide. Unorthodox is wide. Clips the wall. Dan off, Fury wide, Gary 1.6 the gap now. He must sniff the 2 Astras in front. He can sniff a 5th win tonight. Get these last couple of corners right, Dan and Fury. Dan very sideways, Gary's off. There goes Gary's chance. Fury though, could he hang on for the win? Unorthodox looks like he's going to come through and try and snatch it away from Fury at the final corner in towards Clearways and Clock Curve we go. Fury drifts it round, but that's all he needs to do. That is enough for Fury to take the race win. He's managed to hold off Dan. What a battle on the last lap. Dan will take another 2nd place. Gary will take his worst finish of the night of a 3rd place. Deeks again, solid 4th place for him. He'll comfortably finish 2nd on the night. Daniel Francis will get his best finish, equal his best finish of the night with a P5, although he's not done yet, and 1 mistake could see Argent gaining on him. 5 seconds that gap. Also, if Argent has a mistake, Don't Know Mate could pounce on the back of Argent here, but here comes Daniel Francis with a 5th place. Good result for Daniel in the Astra.
Good night as well for the drives, the drivers, and for us commentators. I particularly found this quite an enjoyable night, and obviously
quite fun. Shame we didn't have a full grid, but nice.
Just a shame, but we've had enough to have a good night.
Had some good fun. Kelly, Monkey Boy then comes home in P8. KLF will round the final corner P9. DJ Phil will get 10th, and Welshie will get 11th place then, meaning that the final standings will look like this. After I've just that Gary then wins the the touring car package night, the token night, on 93 points. Deeks second on 86 points with Fury on 80. Kelly fourth on 60. DJ Phil P5 on 58 ahead of Daniel Francis 56. Don't Know Mate 55. Monkey Boy 48. Sooty Apex 45. Welshie 43. Argent 32. Unorthodox got 30. Jamie 19 and Don Productions 7. Liam, thank you for joining me tonight. Brilliant to have you with us. Once again, we'll be back live Monday night next week for the start of our Clio Cup series around the Brands Hatch Indy Circuit, I do believe. I'll just confirm that for you now. Yep, around the Brands Hatch Indy Circuit. So we'll be live with that one. And then we'll be back Wednesday night for the Pro-Am, Thursday night for the Pro Season 4 at Brands Hatch GP. So we're at Brands Hatch twice next week. It's going to be an interesting one to see that as well. And we are also going to be back Friday night with the start of the IndyCar, which I'm quite looking forward to, if I'm going to be honest with you. That one is going to be an absolute fantastic series to watch and to be a part of. We'll be back next week. Liam, any final thoughts from yourself?
My only final thoughts is happy birthday, SimPlay. Thank you for having me in the commentary box like normal. And good luck to all drivers for all the racing for next week.
Apologies, we'll be at Donny National for the start of the Clios. We won't be at Brands until Brands GP for the final race this Clio season. We'll be at Texas Road Course for the Indy Car next week, so we'll only be at Brands Hatch once next week. And yeah, rightly so, Liam, hopefully we get to see you on the track next week in IndyCar or Clios, whichever one, I can't remember which one. And hopefully we get to see you in the commentary box next Wednesday as well. But that's all we've got time for. Happy birthday, SimPlay Motorsport. Well done to all the drivers tonight. Well done to all the drivers who take part and have taken part in the past and you know, who are still with us at this day. Brilliant to have you on board. What a year it's been. Let's have many more years like it. And let's get ready for Season 4 next week. Also the start of our Clios and IndyCar. But from all of us here at SimPlay, take care. Good night.
Good night.
Well, that was good. I'm going to jump in the game chat. See you in there. Well, that was a good fight. I don't know who's still there. Dan, is there? Fury, you fucker. That was mega. That was mega at the end. Liam, invite everybody. Invite Argent, Dan, and Kelly into the party. A second. Yeah, I know. Don't invite Dan. Is Dan Francis in that party? Yeah. So invite Argent, Monkey, Dan, and Kelly into the party me and you are in now. Oh. And Argent. Yeah, good drive, Fury. Top drive. Right, I'll speak to you in that party.